What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pete's Basement Show. Welcome, we're finally here. This is it. This is season 13, episode 13. It's Friday the 13th. Holy fuck!
Yeah! We made it.
Look at this awesome t-shirt. This t-shirt is available right now on represent.com/store/Pete's Basement. You can also go directly there by going to represent.com/PB 13th. Yeah. Get yourself a Pete's Basement, the 13th t-shirt, and help us commemorate our 13th season. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you do. Everybody needs one of these.
Hey, so Pete, we all were asking, have you ever done a Friday the 13th episode before this?
You know what? No, Steve would know. Steve is like one of those idiot savants when it comes to what happened in what episode. So I will have to defer to him with that question, and I have an answer for you.
You might have to do a little phone call during this little extravaganza. Get him
you doing a lifeline and shit?
Yeah, a little lifeline. Like,
shit. Wow.
I did.
Old school with the new school. Yeah.
Maybe we could do that. That's if he answers the phone. Should we try that? Should we try that? Do you have Steve's number?
I don't think I do.
It's his birthday.
It's not Steve's birthday.
If anybody knows birthday Steve.
Well, listen, if you tell Steve every single day
wait now,
at least you're gonna be right.
Oh, put us on speaker. I gotta hear this.
I'm not putting it on. I got a monitor.
Everybody shares a birthday with 20 million people.
Write this down.
It's Pisces.
Because I need your phone to do it.
Oh,
We're gonna call Steve.
We're
gonna have our first live phone call on the show.
hang on, let me see if I have.
Yes, this is live.
Just type in the number and then it'll tell you if you have it. Yes, you do have it.
What's the
That's
number?
it?
It's the first one.
Okay, it's the only one that's on his thing there. All right.
All right. Yeah, give him a call. Fuck it. We're gonna put it on speaker. Let's see. Let's see if he answers. The fuck.
This ought to be good.
Yeah, this should be real
It
good.
would be better if you called him. He'd definitely answer, but
He knows cheeseburger.
if it's other Pete, it's okay.
All right.
Oh, we gotta see
It's
if
not
this shit
that
picks
way,
up.
is it? That's.
Let's see. Pick up. See. Pick
Do
up.
I have to do the ring noise? My father did work for the telephone company for 50 years. So
All right, Steve, you suck officially.
I mean, it's it's after 11.
Glad we're not fucking dying.
You know why he's not answering? It says other Pete on his phone.
Probably does.
If it said the Pete.
No, he definitely wouldn't answer for me. He might have answered for him. He's like, DeLuca? No,
Text.
he wants something
Text.
stupid.
Well, all you old fans out there, do you honestly know? Have we been on this show on Friday the 13th before?
Did you just test their loyalty?
Of course I did.
Somebody's
I know
on.
my loyalty.
Now we have to offer them a prize. We have to offer them a basement-y prize for Friday the 13th. I happen to have one here,
You know what
actually.
the prize is? You're right.
We have a Friday the 13th keychain here.
Nice.
So if anybody
That's
can tell us if we
adorable.
do have a previous Friday the 13th episode,
Look up
you
what
win
year.
this. Yeah, we have to know what season and what year. You can win this little keychain right here.
There you
It's pretty
go.
awesome.
There you go.
So Absolute sent us that, and she sent us some snacks.
Wow, with the old school pork rinds.
Bam! I'm gonna tell you, we've got some jalapeno and cheddar chips, and
Fuck yeah.
Diabetes.net. Let's go.
some more hot and spicy pork rinds. I'm gonna tell you all right now.
Wow.
These are way too fucking crunchy for the goddamn show.
I'm about to say, pop that shit open.
That shit's for later. And
We like oatmeal around here.
yes, we do
We're
have.
like milk toast.
We've got quiet snacks. What I like to call quiet snacks from Sarone's Chocolate Shop.
Wow.
Yeah.
There. All right.
Pick these up. We've got
Flex.
some Spider-Man lollipops.
Oh.
Those are dope.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. We've got a Spider-Man
You're
Rice
on the web. You
Krispie
get to eat
treat.
the web. You're very nice.
Wow.
These are all from Absolute.
These are from my cousin
No,
Steve's
these-
chocolate shop.
Sarone's
Oh, shit. Oh.
Chocolate shop.
Oh shit, that's right. He was telling me
Yes.
about that. While
Your
hanging out.
one-stop shop.
Wow. Nice. Well played. That was good. That was good.
Thank
And
you.
the pop is the one who said that.
Yeah.
right.
What? Ah.
He's the one, this
double
one right
pop.
there.
Well, they got two pops. There.
We've also got
Well, I got two of the
chocolate-covered
full pops.
But you
pretzels,
probably didn't
and
stop.
I don't know what
Where
this
you
is,
were.
but it looks delicious.
That's a marshmallow
Chocolate
pie.
Oreo.
That's a chocolate-covered Oreo?
Oh,
You
yeah,
win the
you know
Cupid
it.
doll, don't you?
Ah, damn.
You didn't give these up for Lent, did you? All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Dibs on the purple.
There you go.
I've had them before. You can know ones.
All right.
If you know, I don't miss a meal.
I can tell. All
Fair
right.
enough.
So, well, Steve, you need a website. Clearly, I'm not going to put your phone number. I should put his phone number
put his
right
phone
on the
number. No, I
list.
don't.
You really should.
I'll do it.
Actually, I can help.
Just do it. Just do it.
I guess so, because there's no other way. Sarone's Coffee. Oh, you can go to Facebook, Sarone's Chocolate Shop.
you go.
Facebook.com/.
Completely worth it,
Sarone's
guys.
Chocolate Shop.
Very
It
worth
is really delicious. I'm gonna actually have my first bite right now.
Do it. Put it in your mouth, Pete. Throw all that chocolate in your mouth. There you go. You're welcome.
You had to make it weird. You just had to make it weird.
He always makes it weird. That's his claim to
I
fame.
did. I so did.
Lisa, stop
That's a
being
damn good chocolate cup.
We recently had a show together,
That's
and
the
I
first
saw
time an Italian man
him
said that on the
selling some of his chocolates, and I gotta say, they look really nice the way they're done. And I'm looking at this now, and the detail in the spider is like, I've
It's
tried
on point.
doing this. I paint glasses. You guys have seen that. I paint faces. I paint bodies. I couldn't do this. So
You
this
have
is
painted
tough.
a spider symbol on a glass before.
Yes, but this is a whole different ball game, and I cannot
Really?
do it. Yeah.
I mean, this is like the old school Eric Larson style
Yeah.
spider emblem, and that's pretty on point.
Liz also painted the glasses that we have in front of us that I'm about to pour. I picked up a Craig Lockey Speyside single malt whiskey. This is aged 13 years just for the occasion. It's probably the only 13-year-old scotch in all of Scotland because it's such an oddball number.
There is.
Yeah, everybody does a
I
12 year, a
researched it, it's
15
not
year,
the
an
only one.
18 year.
Yeah, everything's
Well,
an even
13's
number.
always been bad luck for the longest.
I used to wear number 13 in all of my sporting events
Yeah.
That's
because
why you-
I was their unlucky number.
That's why you sucked at sports.
I kind of did. That's why I did martial arts. It was the only thing I was good at.
Fair enough.
Well, goddamn.
So why are you upset with martial law that's about to
Big
happen?
ass fool.
Because it's not the same. I know it's in the name, but it's not the same. It's
really
in the
isn't.
name, but it's not the same.
That's too long for a
Do you like
hashtag.
to fly in a plane?
No, I really don't.
Did you just have to drain the main vein?
I don't like being 40,000 feet in the air in a floating box.
It's not a box.
It's kind of a
It
box.
looks like a big vein.
Save the best for last.
Thank you. I heard someone
Is it-
describe flying as it's like you're in a building and then they chuck it across the nation.
That's not
and
wrong.
then you land
That's not
on the
wrong.
other side.
It's like a
Yeah,
big
like it's a
child.
fucking dart.
Catch!
Yeah, basically, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, lady, and to all of you watching around the world, happy Pete's Basement episode 13. Happy Friday the 13th. And we hope you're all happy and healthy where you are.
Salud.
Fuck the coronavirus.
Happy 13 for the
Wash
13th
your hands,
for the 13th.
motherfuckers.
Uh-huh.
And also,
Wash your motherfucking hands.
wash your ass, too, just for the
I
record.
mean,
you know?
sure.
That's really good.
Relax.
That's
Relax.
nice.
That's not as peaty as I was
This
expecting.
one said.
I
Okay,
ain't
so
saying
really quick
I
funny
ain't saying
story.
nothing.
That shit's smooth as fuck.
Hmm.
Yo.
Everyone's going
I like it.
out of their minds trying to stock up on toilet paper.
Right?
Yeah, which is hilarious.
And Red, like some time ago, recently purchased a bidet. So he said,
Fire, yo.
if we don't have toilet paper,
I'm
we're
so
still
jealous.
good."
Yeah. Tired of living like a savage.
Yeah, good shit.
You can wash your hands and wash your ass at the same time.
yo.
I love it. I love it.
Yo, like, it's funny. Like, I just got, like, fucking, like, you know, like 2 gears of fucking toilet paper from, like, a fucking shoot last week.
What?
Before the shit got real. I'm like, okay, cool.
Was it a Charmin shoot?
No. It was a Scott.
Holla.
That's the best.
Single ply?
No, the tubeless.
Double.
The tubeless.
Oh, the environmentally
Oh,
sound
nice.
one.
That's
shit.
nice. Oh, I use it all the
Protect the
time.
bitches.
Yeah.
So,
No boofy after?
I mean, you know, if she likes it. if she likes it. So, I'm on a job yesterday, and the freaking the company that I'm working for, they wanted to go to Costco. I'm like, are you sure about this life? So they picked
You
the-
don't want none of this.
So they picked the Costco in Sunset Park.
Okay.
Oh, bad idea.
Like, mind you,
Bad
I
idea.
did not go inside. You don't thought it was the end of AIDS. Like, there were cops towing cars while directing cars
God.
to go in and out.
They timed everything.
That's
This
what
was
you
at-
said.
Be in the parking lot.
This
for
was
a
like
certain
9
amount of
o'clock in the
time.
morning.
Yeah.
That's
We
vicious.
went today. How many was it today?
Yeah, it was
A
crazy.
small Key Food in Greenpoint.
There was not a spot
I
to
just
be
went to
had.
Met Food and it was insane.
No,
Right?
See,
But
I did
I-
the smart thing. I went to Stop and Shop,
Why
which
toilet
the Stop
paper,
and Shop by
though?
me closes at midnight.
The toilet paper
walked
thing,
in
I
at
don't
10 after
understand.
11.
Like I get water.
I'm not worried.
no. See,
Yeah.
no, I have questions.
Milk,
Like, so
bread.
all the toilet paper is gone. So that means like, so not only have you not been washing your hands the right way,
They're not
you haven't
washing
been
their
wiping
ass
your ass.
properly.
And they clearly haven't been washing their hands after they
Or
wipe their
the
ass.
mummies don't understand something we don't get.
The mummies.
The mummies. There's gonna be a mass robbery in Egyptian graves.
We got this.
So literally
Hold on.
the whole nation
These are the
is assed
shittiest
out right now.
hieroglyphics
Literally,
I've
the
ever
whole
seen in
nation's
my
assed
life.
out right now.
Right on.
Literally. And figuratively.
Yeah, I went there.
It's assed out.
Acceptable.
I'll allow it. Good job.
No
All right.
CT for
Oh
the
my
deuce
God.
deuce.
So
Yo, have we started the show?
we
This is
technically
crazy,
started
yo.
the show, but we haven't really started the show.
That was great.
The fact of the matter is, wherever you are, we hope you're good and
Wipe
we hope
your
you're
ass.
So
healthy.
we here at Peace Basement say, wash your hands, flush, and wipe your ass.
And sharpen your swords, for fuck's sake.
And wash your hands.
Just in case.
Because that's coming.
Hold up,
Here
like,
come the
like,
purge.
I gotta amend that.
It's coming.
I'm so
Drop
good.
and flush. That's automatic. That's how I roll.
Easy.
Do
Drop
some
and
pulls.
flush.
Do some pulls.
Well-
Come on, guys.
Drop and flush.
If I may quote one of the silliest movies of the early 2000s,
Twitter.
that being
Wow.
Meet the Fockers. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
I say it all the time. My wife is very confused by that.
Yeah, well, she needs to watch
She's like, how does a colorblind guy say yellow?
the movie. But I mean, you know what it is. Either way, you can think of a different rhyme scheme for 1 and 2.
God, you just reminded me of a fucking conversation I had about fucking
If it's
food.
shit, let it quit. If you have to piss, let it miss.
Let it sit. What?
You're on the right track. Come back to it. Come back to it later on in the show. We'll revisit that.
What jet clapper shit you on right now?
Don't get upset that like I'm right on the track that you need to rewrite on the train on.
No.
There's not even a train there.
Because they're taking a shit.
It's like a teeter totter.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's one of those fucking things.
I'm editing this whole shit out.
This is all outtakes.
This should be unedited. This should be unedited.
This should be unedited.
It's the 13th for
Oh,
the 13th for the
13th.
13th.
Come on.
I guess it should be unedited.
Hashtag 1313
I have
13.
no clue what I'm doing right now.
There you go.
Yeah, this shit is bad.
So we are here to discuss all things horror. We're going to talk horror movies. We're going to talk stupid horror movies.
Yes.
We're going to talk death scenes. Are you ready for this? Because this ain't really your forte.
No,
I know
no,
it's
no,
yours.
I'm here.
It's
I'm here.
not really. Look how excited she is.
I'm here to
Mariah
talk
Carey
shit.
tonight.
Okay.
I'm
Like,
gonna
talk shit.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Cause
Wait a
I was
minute.
telling
Wait a
my
minute.
boys.
So, are you saying something to the effect of you're here to chew bubble gum and kick ass and
you
you're
roll
almost
out
out
of
of bubble
ass.
gum?
Yeah. Fuck
All right.
That.
Do you know where that's from?
Nope.
Okay, that's
Not at all.
Roddy Piper in They Live. That is a movie.
That's
that
Roddy
is-
Piper's line.
Yes.
I've heard that line a million
How about
times.
That is so
Yeah,
fucking
I
relevant
gotta
to
bet it.
today.
Yeah, I gotta
You
bet
need
one.
to see
I'm
that
here to
movie.
Roddy
beer and
Piper's the
kick
man.
ass.
It's not even
I'm
a horror
almost out of
movie.
beer.
You
Yeah.
need to fucking
What
see it.
movie?
What?
I'm here to drink beer and kick ass. I'm almost out of beer. What movie?
That's a take on that. What is it
Dazed and
copying?
Confused, dude.
All right, Dazed and Confused is allowed
Everybody
to bite
bit
off
off that
that.
line,
That's okay
yeah.
then. That's fine.
And
Dazed
so
and
and so
Confused.
is Dick Victim.
All right.
It's kind of a
Came
hipster
from
horror
that.
movie if you really break it down. It's a hipster horror movie in Texas. If you want to break it down.
It's true. It's true. But it's so relevant to today's world that I think it really needs to be seen.
What, that Matthew?
They
I
Live.
thought it was a
No,
pedophile.
that They Live.
Sorry.
I've got one that can see. Did you ever see this movie?
Which one?
They Live?
You went there.
I don't think I
Billy
did.
did.
Wow!
You did.
You ever saw They Live?
That's about 86
Yeah, I
or
never
so.
saw
No,
I
85.
never saw that either.
845.
No, I did not see that.
All right, I'm gonna get that for you.
I never saw that either.
Like, matter of fact, no. Earmuffs, everybody. Give me your 5 steaks before the end of this week.
Okay.
5 what?
Your 5 steaks.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All
Right
right,
there.
so
I don't own one.
I'm going to my notes here.
Wow, you got notes.
Oh yeah, I wrote
He
notes.
actually wrote
Cuz.
notes?
Yeah, I
And he's
wrote
got a
notes.
really nice
Oh, we call it
notebook,
the
y'all.
pickle.
Thank you.
He's got a
Fancy
really
panda.
nice notebook.
I have pretty decent handwriting. You got notes too?
Yes, I
High
do.
five.
I got fucking chicken scratch handwriting. Like,
I got
can't
no
write
notes.
anything.
I'm mad I didn't know
Already know how
titties
to
were in
read.
horror flicks until I was 18.
How did you? What happened to you in the '80s, man?
Yo,
that
I
was
was
the
saying,
sole
red,
reason.
red.
I wasn't
This
fucking
is what
around.
happened.
Red.
Mario
Right here?
after Mario
Red,
level
right here?
Video games.
I didn't watch
Listen,
horror movies.
listen,
It was all video
listen,
games.
I was
right there with
watching
you.
Jason
I'm right there
And he
movies.
gets mad because I became a Sega guy.
No, I was watching Killer Clowns.
He gets confused.
Killer
I
Clowns
went
from Outer
Sonic.
Space.
I went Sonic.
Yeah, I
That's
was
right.
watching,
In 90, I
what's the
went
other
Sonic.
one?
I did not go
Those
Super Mario.
Critters.
Critters
got
is
that on, I
fucking
get it.
awesome.
But I went
Super
Sonic.
Mario. I was Super Mario.
I was Sonic, dude.
See,
Miles, the whole 9 yards.
I went Sega too.
No.
And he
went
showed.
Sega as well.
I was watching
94
fucking
was Bunny
tits
Hut.
at the age of
91 was
6.
great, though.
I had both, but I was a Nintendo kid.
Jason Voorhees. It was not a good. There was not a Friday the 13th movie that did not have at least one rack of titties in the movie.
Yeah, I
and it
didn't
usually
realize
didn't
that.
end well for the titties.
Yeah.
No.
Never did.
I didn't realize that till
They
I
were
was
not
like
put back on
17
the
when I
rack.
went back and watched them.
R.I.P.
One of my favorite, not a favorite, but it's an honorable mention because the girl was really hot. And little bit of trivia here. This goes back to Friday the 13th, Part 5. Honorable mention in my favorite death scenes category.
Here we go.
The girl is naked, lying on a picnic blanket. Boo boo. And Jason, who was not Jason, comes up with the fucking hedge clippers, stabs her in the eyes,
Oh
and then
my God.
closes the hedge clippers.
Oh!
And
And that girl's name was Voorhees. Her real name in real life was Voorhees.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Pretty fucking awesome.
We have a shout out from the gallery right here.
All
Vegan,
right.
A great name, by the way. Vegan Fart Man said
Yeah.
the
That's a
worst.
block. I believe that's a black guy here.
No, he's not black, but like
A block.
Block.
It's a block.
Oh, block.
He's a black guy.
Not all about
A
you,
block
Greg. I'm
guy.
sorry.
His
A
beard
block.
is black. Is
All right,
black.
all right.
Because up the block, there's a Wi-Fi.
His
called
worst
Vegan Fart
his
Man.
worst horror movie is Teeth,
And I live right next
and
to
he
it.
saw it drunk.
Teeth is
Teeth
good.
is a great flick.
Teeth is fucked up.
Teeth is
You
a
saw
fucked
Teeth?
up,
Okay.
really good.
No. I saw the premise. I said, I'm not watching that.
This
They're
girl.
not gonna ruin vagina for me.
This girl has teeth. She's got teeth in her vagine, and it bites dicks off. That's the whole.
Vagina
Have you guys
dentata.
ever
I'm good,
seen
I'm good.
It Follows?
It Follows is
It
a
Follows
fucking
is creepy.
creepy ass movie.
That was
That
creepy.
is. That was
Yeah.
All right, so
Is that in your top
It's
list?
really hard to stop him.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Terrifying.
Honorable mention though, it's creepy.
It
It's
is.
creepy as fuck.
It
All right,
is.
Oh, I
so Teeth is, believe it or not, is actually a parody on a porn.
Really?
Oh,
19.
It looks like a parody.
19,
Did you know that
19
Fios pulled porn channels?
Of course.
Why?
Because it's sadist.
That's fucked up.
I saluted porn channels for the info.
For the
You ever
art,
read
for
the
the
info
art.
ball?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes
it's
the
funny.
way
It's not here because of
the
like,
porn was introduced as an info. Like I
Every
don't
time I
watch
think we're
porn,
running it.
but I do. But the info of it was the explanation. It was so
What?
detailed.
What was that?
Explanation. I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
There you go. That was great. That was a new great word.
Teeth.
I love it.
Teeth,
So-
the tongue, the tip, and the lips. I get it. Yeah, I can do it. That's shush.
Teeth is a parody.
I'm very and me.
Shut up! For fuck's sake! Shut up! Let him talk. No.
I love you. Teeth is a parody of a fucking porn from 1979-80 from it's called Cinderella Cinderella. It was a Cinderella porn, and basically the premise of the porn was Cinderella was trying to find the perfect fit for her vajayjay.
Yes.
Vegan Fart says that's a
pulled
good
that
one,
name
not the
back.
remake
I'm very happy
though.
about that. Thank you.
So there was a lot of
Talking about
trains
the
in
car.
that porn.
Triznanes.
Yeah, a lot of prisoners
Tristan
to find something that can deal with her snapping vajayjay. Like the vajayjay snapped.
God.
All right, so I want to know
That's
where's your
terrifying.
top list at?
That's
Where is your top
Great
5
segue, Pete.
horror movies?
I,
Not
so
even.
I love horror movies. Unfortunately, like growing up, I watched so many horror films, and I still to this day don't know what they were
Oh,
called.
nah, you got a good list though.
Thank you. But so there's still so many others that I watched growing up, like Demons we discussed,
Whoa.
which I loved. There was another one that I was trying to explain, but anyway, there was one. If anyone out there knows, there's one particular horror film. It's not on here because I never understood. I never got the title. There's an old couple. They're in an RV, and they have like a little dog. I want to say it's like a Chihuahua as a pet. The whole movie was basically about a pack of dogs that just go around attacking and killing people. So this particular couple, they're driving on the road. It's dark. Maybe they're lost, of course. A dog comes into in front of the RV, and they don't want to run it over. So they're like, "Hey, get out, get out!" They're honking and honking. It doesn't want to move, And essentially what the dog is doing is allowing the other dogs to flank the RV. And so the guy ends up lowering his window and takes a shotgun and, like, you know, cocks it, and he just wants to scare the dog off. And then the dogs just, like, ravage his arm. They get in. The little dog hides into its little dog house that they had in the RV. The dog survives. The couple gets shredded to pieces. If y'all know what movie that is,
I have
please
no
let me
idea.
know.
I want to see it right now.
You get another prize.
But yeah.
Fuck it.
So
Fuck it. I got a lot of prizes.
Them chips that we can eat. We got a whole bag of chips that we can't eat on air because it's so crunchy.
Dude, we can eat them afterward. It wreaks havoc with the
I want a
microphone.
bag of chips.
Oh my god.
All right, so
I'd like to know that because I mean
it was really, I saw that as a kid, but I can't.
But it's an
remember.
80s movie?
It has to be. Has to be.
I mean, the premise is very regular 80s.
Yeah, like it was no special effects really. Like this didn't look.
I
like
want to say it's like wild something, but I'm not totally
He
certain.
almost knows it. That's
Or-
the sad
But
part.
I would say maybe. So the number one movie for me, that's been my favorite scary movie, would be 28 Days Later.
Really?
I'm with you on that one.
That's a
I'm
good
not
one.
mad. I'm not
That
mad
was
at
like a game
I'm not mad at
changer
that. I'm
in
not
the
mad at
zombie,
that.
like in the zombie genre. Like, you know, zombies were always like this very slow pace.
World War Z
It
would
was
not
the
have
first
existed
time.
if not for
Yeah.
that.
It was
Well,
the first time we see running zombies.
Not true.
Was okay.
Not
Like,
true.
it's on
No.
TV, I'll watch it. But the
You would know more
book
than me.
was so much better.
Oh, it was
and
darker.
So,
It was darker.
yeah,
It's darker
so
shit.
dark. It would have been a great Netflix series.
The first running zombies was the I think it's Day
for
of the Dead remake.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time when the
and-
Chinese dude
And who directed that?
was that George Romero again, right? The remake.
No, Dawn of the Dead was the
Dawn of the Dead. I'm sorry, Dawn
Oh,
of the
yes,
Dead.
And who directed that?
Oh.
Zack fucking Snyder.
That
Really?
came out before
Yeah.
28 Days later.
But see, I don't want to
That
insult
was the
Snyder.
remake.
I don't want to insult
don't
Snyder
think
when it
that
comes
They didn't
to
run.
dark films.
They
I, no, if I'm not mistaken,
No, Snyder can
I
do
don't
it.
know.
Dawn of the Dead was early in the year, and fucking 28 Days Later was late. It was like
Same year?
October, same year.
The first
We
running
looking
zombie we
28
ever
days
seen.
later.
I'm
This
gonna look up
Chinese
Dawn of
dude looks around the corner, and you think he's normal. Like, oh, it's another survivor. And then he sees him, growls, and he runs, and he's only got one arm, and he's
Oh.
fucking running at
So
him.
the behind the scenes,
2004.
that guy actually was an amputee.
Was he?
He was. So
Nice.
they actually, they were looking.
Nah.
It
Yo,
was.
Greg. 28 Days Later came out 2002.
Really?
Dawn of the Dead came out 2004.
All right.
Oh, 2-year gap.
Right there.
Sorry,
So- 28 Days Later was
My
the first-
mistake.
I buy down.
Yeah.
I buy that.
Nicely done.
But 28 Days Later
The
is definitely
first
my
time
number
running
one.
zombies, yeah.
It was that one scene where they're very quiet, they're in a kitchen at night, and he just uses like a lighter to look for stuff, and when she realizes what he's doing, she's like, "What are you doing?" Fucking zombie crashes through the window. Like, if that's all it takes is a lighter to flicker behind a window, behind curtains, and they can pick that up,
Yeah.
Permission to be a
terrifying.
know-it-all asshole?
go for it.
The first running zombies was Return of the Living Dead, 1985.
Return of the.
One of
I
my
didn't
best
see
friend
that
knows
one.
everything.
I didn't see
Because
God damn.
they would run. They were the kids were hiding
that's
in
me.
a crematorium, and all of the zombies get up. And
Nothing.
they start sending like the paramedics and the cops, and as soon as they got out of the car, these motherfuckers would run at them, just kill them. And then one of them got on the horn and he's like, "Send more paramedics."
Oh my
First
god!
talking zombies
Oh,
too.
yeah?
This was billed as kind of a comedy, but it was fucked up because it looked
see,
at
I'm addicted.
Night of the Living Dead, the original black and white film, as
can't see.
it was a movie,
Why gotta be
and
live?
this
Sorry.
is real life. So they go to fucking kill one of these motherfuckers by blasting him in the head with a pickaxe, and it's still moving.
Ooh, no.
Took the brain out, the fucker's
three
still
of them.
moving.
Oh.
And they're like, what? It's supposed to be dead. It worked in the movies. It didn't work now. What the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, that's really
And just when you think that they can beat these fuckers, like they throw one finally in the crematorium, they fucking incinerate his ass. So what happens? All of that smoke from the dead zombie goes into the clouds, precipitates the shit, rains,
and everyone else,
and
right?
that's when it wakes up the whole fucking
I think I did see
cemetery.
Ever been
It's
around
one of the best fucking
crematorium?
movies.
Yes.
Really
I think I did
is
see that.
big smoke. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
My top 5 horror
I'm not
jump
gonna lie.
offs.
Very big smoke.
Think it over.
Like 420.
Right
You got
now,
any more on your
Oh
list?
yeah. Oh, I thought we were okay.
No, I think so. I'm bad.
My bad. No, it's
Please.
okay.
No, go for the 5. Go
I
for
have
the
one
5.
More
movie.
than
That's all I
five,
have.
Oh,
like
wait,
seven.
sorry to cut you off. The name of the movie's called Dogs, 1976.
All right. Who got that?
Jason,
Jason, good job.
Jacobian.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Dogs, 1976.
And Vegetable Tube says, send more Pete's Basement friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so 28 Days Later is my number one.
Love it.
Insidious is my number 2.
Insidious is fucking good.
Yes.
Insidious is
Creepy
For
as
me,
shit.
Insidious was especially scary because it was shot very grayscale.
Yeah.
And once they had that pop of red, it was actually the first time I ever screamed watching a movie. He was in the next room over, and he said, "Nope."
She was like, "I'm gonna watch this movie." I said, "You gonna watch this movie?"
I will say this. I went.
God really fucking.
I went to see Insidious in the theater with She Who Must Not Be Named, and I can't tell you how many times my arm was grabbed throughout that entire fucking film.
Insidious was good.
Yeah, that was a good film.
So 20 years
You said
later,
Insidious,
Insidious, A Quiet Place.
Flex.
Okay, you like that one?
The suspense was sorry.
No, I liked it, but it wasn't.
Suspense was
The suspense was fucking spectacular.
Yes, it was.
Listen, give it time, you'll be talking just
Suspenseful,
And A
suspenseful.
Quiet Place 2 is one of my deaths. Is the 3-year-old little boy. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, spoiler. But for especially as parents, it's kind of different.
It's tough for you, right?
Watching a man who's running to save his baby, and the baby's not doing anything that you wouldn't expect a 3-year-old to. He's playing with a toy, but the toy is just too loud. And then as he's running, it's like just inches in front of him, and he's almost got his son, and then the monster just obliterates him.
Like, fuck you.
I always applaud
That movie was great to watch in theater because it taught the audience
to shut the fuck up. Fair.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
No, like literally, like you had to like actually be a part of the movie.
Peter should have
And I love that about The Quiet Place.
Yes.
I can't,
Never
like
would've
apparently, maybe we'll see the freaking sequel in like June. But like I cannot wait to see the sequel.
I
I can't
have.
either.
On that note, 2 things.
Yes.
One is I always applaud a movie anytime they have the guts to kill a kid. Because it's a tough sell.
It is.
It's a really tough
very
sell.
Much now, the last 15 years, it's had to be a tough sale.
I mean, did anybody see Hereditary? Not one of my favorite movies
Oh
by
my God.
any
That
stretch.
movie-
That shit was
fucked up.
disturbing as fuck.
What did you feel? I'm like, it was
saw
okay.
it.
But I did not fucking expect
That's
this
the one
little
with the
girl
weird fucking-
that was
Cheese, throw
okay,
cheese,
throw the
with the
cheese.
The wife that gets possessed.
They're like a devil cult
Tony-
or whatever at the
Tony
end.
Collette, yeah, Tony Collette.
remember
A
that.
phenomenal
The
actor.
little
that
girl
movie was
is
fucked
having
up,
an
you know?
straight anaphylactic shock. And her brother is rushing her to the hospital. You think this little girl is going to be the star of the movie. So she's in the back seat. She hangs her head out the window to fucking breathe in the car. And this kid swerves to miss a deer in the road. And all of a sudden, here's her head and here's the fucking telephone pole. Boom!
Oh, shit.
And that shit goes sailing like a fucking basketball. I'm like, that just fucking
Watch
happened.
that movie, yo.
I don't remember.
That movie was fucked.
I didn't care for the movie, but that death scene gets an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
That was fucked
That
up.
shit-
Fred, I
yo.
officially deemed you his best friend.
That movie's fucked up, yo. That movie was a fucked up
I
movie.
sit next to him for everything.
Yo, it wasn't a horror movie till like the last half hour.
Everything
Right.
he's seen, I'm there, but
Which
it's
one?
like I'm not
Oh,
there.
Hereditary.
Nah,
Because it was completely
We
fucked.
watched some shit today that I
Let's go first.
can't even fucking fathom. That
oh no! Before you
We
continue, I
watched-
want to go on being
we
quiet.
did, we did the 10 gruesome kills today, right?
I was doing research
list,
for
send a
for this list.
Oh my god.
We were watching on YouTube the top
none
10
of the- none of the-
massacres in
Oh
horror
my
movies.
God.
One of them was
a lot to
Mariah
watch.
Carey's career.
Yes, Glitter actually made the list.
But she still
I
has
said
royalty
Korea.
points, so she's alright.
I have to tell this story.
paid.
She said Nick Cannon.
On the subject
yeah?
of being quiet in the
There you
movie
go.
theater, where sometimes the exact opposite is completely fucking necessary. I'm in the movies for some stupid reason watching this movie called Stay Alive, where the video game comes to life
Not from
and
the
these
BGG
people are
then.
in the video game
I'll watch
and
it
shit.
for them.
It's dumb. Where basically like you get these roses, and the rose petals, like that you throw the rose petals down and it disintegrates the ghosts, right? And I'm in front of this very boisterous African American woman who is absolutely, she has seen every stereotype there is, and she is narrating the entire movie. And honestly, I needed this moment. I really did. Because she made this whole movie for me. This movie was friggin' stupid. But it was like being at a live presentation of Mystery Science Theater 3000. I'm sitting there like, I'm one row ahead of her, and I'm like,
Best spoof thing ever created.
I still remember.
Y'all watched it back in the day. It was the 90s. Mystery Science Theater.
I never really. I've seen a few episodes, but I never.
The reboot wasn't that bad.
It was on the Sci-Fi Channel when it first was created back in the 90s.
Yes.
And then a reboot on Netflix. And the
movie was terrible, but the show was great.
The girl is throwing rose petals all over the place. She's got one rose. She's like this, and they're all disintegrating on the floor. And this woman behind me, see, she's being mad reckless with the flowers, yo. And I died right there. I turned around after the movie. I was like, thank you, because I would not have sat through this movie if not for you.
You know what you should learn from this, and everyone should learn from this right now? All heroes don't wear capes.
Yes, I will drink to that. Liz, continue with your list, please.
After A Quiet Place, I'd have to say is The Thing.
Ooh.
Which
The
one?
original.
Original, of course.
The original.
You know
I
what?
love the remake. I
Remake
love
was damn
the
good.
remake.
I didn't like the remake until the last 5 minutes.
Yes! That was so good. And I was like, oh,
Because
they
that's
did
when it connected.
It was so good though.
It was good, and then I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Oh, it's a prequel!
That
It's a great build. It's a great build.
Yes, it was.
It was perfect. It was the Russian team before the original movie. The crew from the original
Totally
movie
good,
showed
yes.
up.
It was so good.
It was the fucking dog. The fucking dog.
It was like fucking. It's like you could think you could compare that to fucking Prometheus.
Yes.
And it's like apples and oranges, because it's fucking...
No.
Prometheus was trash.
Yeah.
No, but it's a prequel to everything that happened after that.
Yes.
But it's still basura.
It's a prequel, but
It's not Basura.
It wasn't done
Prometheus okay,
as well.
Wait a
When
minute.
you see
the bar.
Prometheus
when you see the
was
deleted
okay.
scenes
The
of
one
what
after
could have
that.
been...
Oh, no question. Like, no. They should, like, fucking, like... They Snyder cut that bitch.
Yeah.
No question. But Prometheus set the bar for what, what could have been.
There hasn't been a good Aliens movie since like the third one.
Yep.
And that one isn't the best one.
Hey, Pete, was that the word you yelled at me for?
Which one?
Aliens were hot in like the 90s. Like you had Men in
Yeah.
Black,
Alien
you
vs.
had
Predator.
Mars Attacks.
Oh my
you had
god,
Signs.
yes!
You had, you had a couple of.
Tom, shut up.
Oh, signs.
You and my
I got beef for
ex-girlfriend.
signs.
I'm gonna get there. So okay, after the original The Thing, I'd have to say Get Out. I thought Get Out was great.
Facts.
I'm
triggered.
Jaws.
I'm triggered.
The original Jaws, nice.
Yeah,
Really Jaws.
absolutely.
Very
It works
scary.
with that anxiety.
I mean, our
There's
age,
no, like,
our age line, Jaws was
Yeah,
very
Jaws
scary.
was
At
really
that
scary.
time, it was
For
very
you to
scary.
sit still and be patient to
8
what's
years
about
old.
to
Until
play.
this day, my mother and I can be on the couch watching
No,
that movie
I
and
had
we'll still
nightmares
pick
about
our
that
feet
years
up.
ago.
I mean,
Like-
honestly, like I was, like Tom said, I was doing research on, death scenes and stuff like that, just to kind of, and a lot of these videos on YouTube had the same general top 5 list. Jaws was one of them. And I haven't seen the original movie in a long time. So I watched that
77,
first death scene.
78.
The way
Like,
this
right?
woman screams
Oh, it
her
was scary,
fucking
yo.
head off.
Yeah,
That's
it's
scary.
terrifying.
Oh my god! Make it stop!
terrifying.
Oh my god!
Like, it was a
you
shark
can
that
even hear
killed
the
people.
fact that she
Yeah.
gets, you can even hear the
Y-
one
y'all
getting
kids,
to
right?
her throat.
Verbally,
But
yeah.
she's
I don't wanna
like-
see
And then
sharks.
when she catches her breath, like I honestly feel like she was
like
legitimately
real.
scared.
Yeah.
It looked like
the way
somebody
she's
really
gasping
dragged
for
her
air, I was like,
underwater.
oh shit.
That was, I mean,
yeah.
speaking of being really scared in movies, off subject completely, but Die Hard. Did you watch that, the making of Die Hard
Yes.
on Netflix? When they dropped
The movies
fucking
that made us. Yeah.
Alan Rickman?
Where he was like,
They dropped him on one,
shit.
and that's real fear. Just, I'm falling.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they said we're gonna let you go on 3.
One.
And they went 1, boom. He
And
said,
the
oh,
shit. The
shit.
cable stopped. He's like, I'm falling.
Yeah, but you still fell like 30 feet. That's
Before
not
we go to the next
fun.
one, Dave Peralta puts out a classic that I forgot about. The Maniac with Joe Spinelli.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's a deep cut horror movie. That's a great
That's
job.
early 80s.
Yeah, that's like 1980.
I think that's like 80.
Yeah, 80, like literally 80. Google it, kids. That's good. Please.
The last one on my top lists, not that there's more, these were just what I could think of.
Right.
But is American Werewolf in London.
Yes.
Automatic.
Still
Automatic top 5.
one of the
Automatic
best
top 5.
werewolf transformation scenes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Looked
So-
they made it look painful.
Painful, yeah.
Yeah.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Automatic
Because
top.
that's the myth, right? Like that's what lycans.
That's why
and
lycans-
werewolves-
Nobody,
It's
yeah.
a curse. It's
No
something
human
that's so
wants
wicked.
to become that.
Right, because of the
scene-
excruciating
and the fear.
pain.
The scene, though, the
It's
scene
the
when he's
fear
looking
that
at his
really gets you in
hand,
that movie.
looking at his
The
hand
fear.
extend,
That's fucking.
and he's like, "What the fuck is happening?" He's like,
Because movies like Underworld glorify it. And
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah. I mean, even because when they were transforming, it was very like quick. But the way that American Werewolf in London did it, it was like your organs and your bones are cracking, and you have to like
You're being rearranged.
Yeah,
You're being
you're
you
being
got a
reanimated.
sense of that
Oh.
in Monster Squad, which was like the the
Oh,
little
God.
kids,
Good job.
Lost Boys.
I remember that
But the
shit.
werewolf was like, kill me, please.
Monster Squad?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
never
if
seen
it's
Monster Squad?
Please kill me.
That was
This
a
one-
horror classic.
So good.
Very nice.
Scary German guys bitching.
Then I've got my
Wolfman's
funnies and
got
I got my bads.
nards.
Wolfman's got nards. What do you have now?
I've got my funnies and then my bads.
Okay,
You
yeah,
guys
we'll get
wanna-
to that.
Yeah.
You had a movie and you had a movie.
I got my 5 ready to go.
Okay,
All right,
go for
I
it.
have one.
All right. Well, all right. What's yours? What we got?
Glitter.
Fucking shirt.
Very scary.
Thank God I never sat through. The only bad movie that I sat through like that was Spice World, and
Whoa.
I only
You
went.
paid for it?
Yeah, but I was.
What was her name?
You bet.
That would remain nameless, and none of them. There was not a tit to be fucking seen.
I saw that movie for free in Florida.
What movie?
Crossroads.
I never
With
saw
Britney
it.
Spears.
That's the
You never
Britney
saw
Spears
it? No, fuck that. I saw 4 movies that day, so it don't count. For 1 ticket.
What do you got on your list, Greg?
All right, so I'm gonna go from 5 to 1.
Yes, please.
Number 5, Night of the Creeps.
Very good. Who? What was that? That's a famous director. Sam Raimi or some
Sam
shit.
Raimi, yeah. 1985, 86.
Little bugs. Yeah. Creepy.
Automatic on my list. Number 4 would be Night of the Demons.
Very good. All right. They made a remake of that too, which was not.
It was okay.
Wasn't bad.
It was a basura.
Yeah.
It was okay. Number 3 is Cujo.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
That's an
Cujo's
interesting.
good.
That's an
Cujo's a
interesting
good one.
addition.
Back in
Those
that
are
day, there
good
was a lot of dogs. Like they really.
Yeah.
Killer dogs.
Look,
Even when you think about Old
When
Yeller,
you
the
see
way that
stray
ended
dogs
was like,
all the time,
shit.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
The
Old Yeller, he
peaceful
got
horror.
better, and that's when Mom shut the movie off and said, "Okay," and now he got better.
Oh,
Sure.
happened.
Wow.
Sure.
Come on, man! Did nobody else watch Friends back in the day? Fuck y'all.
I have a
The show was terrible.
It was an awesome show.
I
That
haven't
show
did
was
it, right?
amazing.
It was amazing.
Yes.
Horrible ending, but I'll live with it. I mean, it's all right. It wasn't as bad as Seinfeld.
True.
True.
But
What's
semantics.
next? What's number 4? Or I'm sorry.
3.
Number
Go
3.
ahead.
All right. So I'm cheating right now.
All
It's a tie for 3 because it's both same writer. So I said fucking Cujo, Christine.
All right.
Wow.
With the car?
Yeah.
I love that movie. I saw that movie recently.
Like, no, everybody talks about The Shining. Like The Shining is great. I get it, but no. Christine was some fucking stalker ass shit.
I saw that
for a
movie like
car.
3 years ago. That shit was good.
That was a toxic ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Was a car.
A fucking car. Like, I know where you live because I can drive to it, bitch. Like, I'm a fucking car.
Guess what? I'm in the driveway.
Like I can literally drive through your house and kill you, bitch. I'm a car. I'm a fucking car.
At least this one would have stopped in the driveway and not your hallway. Just
I had cars that didn't go backwards. So.
that's true. You did.
A lot of hoopties in my life.
You could have defeated Christine pretty easily.
So
Hard doesn't work for retards.
What's number 2?
Number 2 would be Candyman, because that was the first time I was ever afraid of a black man on
Yo.
screen.
By the way,
Motherfuckers.
The new
By
one's
the way,
coming out.
I found out because we were talking about the new Candyman trailer last week, which I really like the fact that they didn't show him. But I looked the shit up. I found out as much information as I can, and Tony Todd is reprising his role as Candyman.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
No, all right, so
That's dope.
we're going off the rails right now, but like you do. This is the thing.
It's like Thor's
Look it
hammer,
up,
right?
no.
Whoever's worthy could yield the
The
power
lead,
of
the
the
lead
hook.
actor, y'all got Martin Abdul, fucking
Black Manta.
Black Manta. That's the kid in the first Candyman.
No way.
No,
No
you're
fucking
lying.
way.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
yo.
So
Holy
it's all
shit.
connected. That's why Vanessa Williams, not
Candyman's
Vanessa the
Beyonce,
singer,
if y'all didn't know.
not Vanessa the singer, but Vanessa Williams from fucking the original Melrose Place. Do your homework, kids. That's why she's in the fucking movie.
I read that
When
she
the
was
original
reprising
one
a
came
role.
out
I
in
Yeah, she's
92?
right there.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
All connected.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele and Nia DaCosta is doing a great job in the trailer. And mind you, we're
What's
supposed to
this
get
guy's
another
name, yo?
Yaha Martin Abdul.
Just go to Aquaman, find Black Manta, then
Black
go from
Manta,
there.
you'll find him, yeah. Oh,
Holy
Mr. Manhattan,
shit.
he was in fucking Watchmen.
Can I also say that I met Tony Todd at a Comic-Con
He's
like
a
2
nice
years.
dude.
He's such a nice dude. It's a total departure of how he is on screen, being just the scariest motherfucker in since 1990.
Just like what's his face, the guy who plays the guy who played Jesus Christ, it's been a while. It's
He
Game
played
of Thrones
Jezebel Beast?
reference. Game of Thrones, the young king. Wow.
Oh,
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's coming back to
That
acting
guy
now? Good job by
actually
him.
is so sweet in real life. Like a lot of the money that he
He was a
made
dick,
off the
though.
show, he like
He played Dick good.
He was
gave to charity.
Yo, true asshole, yeah.
He made it look good. He
Yeah,
sold
he
it.
did. He did.
Yeah.
I can't. Wow, I
He was
can't
like
believe
a
that's the
pretentious
same
Nah,
guy.
It's
Yeah.
not in IMDb, so I don't know.
Could be an uncredited
Right.
role.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Yo, YAHY.
No, I'm
YA.
looking at it wrong.
Okay, what's
He's
your
not. He don't got no credit.
But on that note, I saw a great meme the other day on the subject of Candyman, and it said, "Yo, how you gonna be scared of a motherfucker you have to invite to come kill you?"
Yeah.
facts?
I saw that too, yo.
I saw that too. And someone typed under that white privilege.
It's true. She did not know no better.
But to that, how many of us here, show of hands, has actually said Candyman 3 times in front of the
How
mirror?
fucking dare you? I'm not doing that shit. I love my life.
Yeah, fucking wildin', yo.
Y'all wild.
No.
Y'all
We're
wildin'.
still here.
Did you try that Bloody Mary
Listen.
shit too?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't say
Y'all
Beetlejuice.
wild the fuck out. Y'all wild the fuck out. Y'all wild the
We
fuck
do.
out.
We dare the ghost to come get us. We do.
Fuck that.
I want to see how tough they are.
They're not gonna work my
How
ass.
bad
Fuck
is it?
y'all.
What's your
What's
number?
yeah?
so
What's
bad.
number one?
I'm too fucking attacked by this shit. Like, why y'all calling him out like that? Like nah, chill. Like, no.
Was it so bad?
What?
You called them out, right?
Bloody Mary?
Yeah, you.
Well,
both
she
did
didn't.
it, right?
She didn't go. She didn't arrive. I guess I did it wrong.
I'll tell you this, but
My-
go ahead, yeah.
My number one movie, and I count both the original and I count the original and the colonized remake, The Ring, because I literally love.
There's a remake?
Literally love it.
No, see,
The
like,
remake
Ring-
is the one you saw, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Japanese one?
Yeah, the original Japanese version.
I thought they
It's
remade
still
the
about-
remake. That's what you're talking about.
Which they actually
I
did,
thought
which
the
wasn't
same.
that bad.
I was like, what?
No, I remember this. I was living in Harlem and I saw the original like a dumbass alone, and that's what the remake. That's what the remake with Sarah Michelle Gellar alone.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was the Grudge, homie.
Tomato, tomato, never tomato.
Well,
The Grudge was fucking creepy as fuck.
That all
But
came
I
from the
meant
same
She's
style.
up in the attic, and the ghost is like,
Yeah, that's
staring at her.
I'm talking about the ring, but shout out to her either way. But that's my word. When she came out the fucking TV, I walked out my house and locked myself out for 3 days. And everyone was like, "Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing?" Like, "Yo, I'm
came out
locked
the
out."
TV that was fucked up.
Like, I'm locked out.
I was
Like,
like- and
why
that
you
was a
locked
movie-
out? I'm good.
That was a movie I saw when it was like on video, cause that's how I
Yeah,
saw it.
same.
At like my friend's house, they threw it on. I said, all right, fuck it, I'll
Quick
watch it.
bootleg?
Yeah, it was on a bootleg V.
Nah,
I was fucked up
VHS.
from that movie
I'm good.
when they open the closet and you see this girl's face.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
good.
I'm like, oh god, what am I watching?
I laughed. I thought it was hilarious.
Or why is she here?
terrifying at the same
Like,
time.
why is she here
Because
right
she was
now?
like,
Why is she so upset?
I'm good. Fam.
I like when you thought the movie was over, and then the little kid's like,
done.
"What did you do?" She never sleeps. She never sleeps. I'm like, this ain't over.
Listen,
I have to
Sorry.
wake up again?
that bitch walked out the TV screen. I was out. I'm like, I'm going. I don't
The
need
left
this shit.
arm hurt, right?
I don't need this negativity in
left
my
arm that
life.
came out,
I'm
like-
going.
Yeah,
The thing is, I've seen-
it's lefty.
I've
She's
seen
lefty,
that
means
scene.
it's
I
real.
saw that scene a handful of times before I saw the movie. I actually watched the movie.
They ruined it for you.
so
well,
you
no,
didn't-
I mean it didn't ruin shit because I was still like, fuck.
but you understood
Like-
where everybody got it from.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But still, I'm just like, that's badass.
Do you have a
So,
list?
like, I literally left I locked myself out of my house. I live on the fucking first floor. I locked myself out of my house.
On purpose or
Right,
like?
close the window.
No.
I love
Fuck
it.
this. I'm out. Like,
I love
I'm
it.
out. Like,
Fuck
I'm
this
out.
shit.
Like, I don't need this shit. Like, no. Like, God, no.
Oh my god.
You got any?
I got a couple.
All right, hit us.
Let's see. Well, I gotta throw Zombieland in there.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that it makes fun of itself.
Still never seen it.
Really?
Good flick.
It's like the
Good.
it's
Fun
like the
flick.
Star Trek of zombie films because it makes fun of itself. It really does.
That's an interesting analogy.
Have you ever heard the
Yeah,
Howard Stern show?
like I mean, it's not back. They don't do any kind of like
Thank
scientific
you.
backing or whatever. But like,
that good.
I don't know. Like, it makes fun of itself in a vein that Star Trek would do
The
something.
Bill Murray
I
scene is
like
worthwhile.
it too because
Yes, and that's one of my favorite death scenes too.
Yeah.
I
is-
feel like it's one
it's
of those
thriller.
movies where
To
they-
me, it's too funny to be called a horror.
yeah, it's
True.
fun. It's a funny one. It was a funny
But
one.
80s flicks is that.
But
right,
80s flicks were
kind of
parodies of
that
themselves.
realm
That
of-
was like 2000
No, yeah.
8 and shit.
It's
when that
in
came
that
out.
realm though. It's like it's supposed to be funny.
Well,
but
I mean, Return
I'm
of the
supposed
Living
to be
Dead,
scared.
yeah, it was also
Yeah?
funny.
Okay.
As scary
I
and
gotta
creepy
be
as
scared,
it
but
was,
it's
it
not
was funny.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, but if you're a little kid, it's scary. Right?
Everything in the 80s, yeah, everything in the 80s I avoided.
Year old,
Yeah.
Everything in the 80s should be
It's like
scary.
Hell,
I got
Lost
it, I
Boys
got
was
it.
funny, but it had its fucking scary.
Lost
moments.
Boys was dark as fuck with
Lost
Joe.
Boys was fucking
It was dark as fuck
You're
with
reading
Joe.
maggots, Michael. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, that was good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a
Fright,
good
the
one.
original Fright Night was dark
Yeah.
as shit.
Fright Night was fucked up.
I think I'm
The remake
pretty
was great.
surprisingly was.
Like, Colin Farrell did a great job.
I believe
with it.
Fright Night had the scene with the kid who tries to attack his, I don't know if it was his teacher or whatever, as the wolf, and he accidentally gets impaled on the fucking banister,
Yes, sir.
and then dies a horribly slow death, where he's turning from the wolf back, because, you know, vampires can turn into bats, wolves, mist, etc., etc., and he fucking turns from the wolf back into a human in just an agonizing, like, 5-minute death scene. Horrible. I
That's
think it was
great.
Fright Night. I
God,
think.
now I want to watch. Now I want to watch the original reboot again.
What
Fright
else
Night-
you got?
Fright Night
All
2
right,
doesn't
so I got two movies that I'm kind of like grouping together as series,
Okay.
but
count. Cheat Code, like I did. Good job.
Chico, sure.
I think we all did that at one
but
point.
You gotta do Ash Williams, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, the whole Sam Raimi
classic.
trilogy.
Yep.
That shit
That
was
was
fucking
classic.
epic. Classic stuff.
See, now that's a good example of a horror movie and then like a comedy.
Yeah.
Because the first, did you see Evil Dead?
Yeah.
You seen all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because the first one
Fucked up because I
was
saw
a horror movie.
I saw
Yes.
Army of Darkness first.
I think everyone did at that
Yeah,
point.
you-
I
you-
did-
No, I actually watched it in order.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I
God bless that she who must not be named.
I
'cause
was
She's the one who's
my
like,
virgin
no,
go was
we're
Army
watching
of
this one
Darkness, and I'm like,
first.
what is this?
I was
Yeah.
like, this shit is wild, yo. Where the
Yeah.
fuck this shit
Yeah.
came from?
But the first one was a
we
fucking
did
straight
that.
up trying to be horror movie, and then the second one redid the first one, a few new scenes, but it was much funnier.
More,
Yes.
Yeah, it was more or less
And
the same.
minus a very strategic tree rape scene.
Yes.
You haven't lived until you've seen the tree rape scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
the
in
tree rape
first
scene
one.
is
That was in the
fucking
first
It's
one.
fucked
That
up.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up scene.
Yeah.
That's another one I didn't see till like 2010.
So-
Devil.
Sure.
The other one that I grouped together is Rob Zombie's remakes of Halloween.
Ooh, good
Okay,
job.
I liked the
Good
first
job.
one. I did not like the second
I
one.
agree.
And my biggest issue with the both of them was that when he stabbed motherfuckers, especially, I don't know the woman's name, but she was in Ma, the heavyset black woman.
Yes.
I don't-
Octavia Spencer.
Yeah, she dies horribly. She's like the nurse or whatever in the hospital,
Yeah.
and she just gets stabbed the fuck up.
Yeah.
But the whole time he's like, Michael Myers don't make noise.
Yeah.
No. No.
That's
and he
that
don't
was
run,
Tom
but he's always in front of you.
Facts.
That was my biggest problem with the Friday the 13th remix was Jason was running. Jason don't run. He walks calmly, like in Freddy vs. Jason. There's fucking missiles
Oh
and shit
my
flying out
God.
of this motherfucker.
And he's like this.
walking,
Like nothing.
Let me tell
When
you
he was
something.
killing everybody in the
Shout out to
field, he
Kelly
was
Rowland.
chilling. Bang!
Yeah, shout out to Kelly Rowland who got hacked up in the most
Yeah,
epic
shout out to
fucking
I
Kelly
made
way.
money off that movie.
where she's
yo.
like, oh man, like,
and my
you
boy
just got
had
these little
bets.
I'm about to sing the
snide
song,
things, and
sorry.
Jason's out, and Freddy's like,
It's like, say my name, yeah, you dead.
So, a few years ago, I went to Comic-Con. There was this guy dressed like Michael Myers, and he was walking around really slow. And I took a picture of him, and I can't see his eyes, like, really. But I took a picture of him. I'm maybe 10 feet away. I take pictures of other cosplayers, and I notice he's getting closer.
oh man.
It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. So I'm like, I'm an 80s baby. So I'm like, I'm going to keep moving. So I keep moving, and, like, I walked, like, a good, like, it's like Artist Alley. Down an aisle, left over. And then, like, I look over just to see, and he's turning the corner. And I'm like, holy shit, is he following me? So I take another picture of him, and then he takes out, like, a knife, and he starts walking. And then I think I was with my brother at the time, I'm like, we gotta go. He's like, what do you mean? And I said, don't ask me any fucking questions. I'm your older sister. Let's go to the main floor. Let's go.
He's got me.
So I put that picture up on Instagram, and I was like, so I'm pretty sure that Michael Myers was following me throughout Comic-Con. Whoever the guy was that played it found that photo, tagged me in it, and said, I'll get you next time.
Wow.
Nice.
Kudos
Well
for being
done.
an extra creepy nerd.
Yeah.
That guy was on
Well
point.
done.
But like,
Well done.
Like, you were a creepy nerd for following the pretty girl around Comic-Con, but you kind of did it right, so...
Yeah,
Like, you get kind of... You get a bit
got
of a
away
pass.
with it. You got away
Yeah,
with
you
it.
did. You did.
I'll allow it.
Because I would have fought him. If I...
Your poster would have been up the next year. Like, no admittance.
Do you remember? Do you remember the Michael Myers on the block holding the Heinekens?
That's on my Instagram.
God.
That's on my Instagram.
All I'm
That's
picturing is
I was
your
fucked
fucking
up.
poster as undesirable #1 on the fucking Comic-Con walls. That's a Harry Potter reference. I don't know
There
if
you
you
go.
got that one.
No.
I didn't think you did because you didn't react at all.
Going back
I
a
read
few
the
minutes,
series
Relic
one
Lord
time.
says I've done the Bloody Mary thing. So going back to the whole
Nah,
Candyman thing. He's done the Bloody-
y'all can keep that
It's an
shit.
80s baby thing.
Yeah.
Good.
All right,
He's
did
like, you have to do
another
that at
one?
midnight, see if your ghost shows up.
Fuck you.
No,
But
fuck
the
that.
other two, you stole my other two favorites, Insidious and 28 Days Later. Fantastic,
Yeah,
Fair enough.
fantastic films.
Very good.
I mean, the type of shit that, like, I mean, I don't scare very easily, but both movies had my fucking blood
shit is
pumping.
flagrant, you know?
Yeah.
What's up?
I like
Pumping.
I like
Top
the
me
kill.
off. Yeah.
Especially
Full
when
begin.
you're seeing these people really running,
yeah.
like really running. Like how
And then
many
Insidious
times in
with
28
Out
all
of
of a
breath
sudden,
running.
all
Out
of a
breath
sudden you just
running,
see the
like,
ghost slowly materialize and out of thin air. You're like,
It's insane.
what the
It's insane.
fuck was
No.
that?
Ah, shush.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Share it with your husband if anything.
Okay, so what are your
All right.
top 5?
I can assure you that none of my top 5 go anywhere past like 1995.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
Number 5, one of the first movies that ever
been
scared the
telling me
shit
about
out of
this
me
fucking movie
is
for years.
House. It's kind of a comedy, but it's also, it's got a lot of great jump scares. And there's one particular scene where this motherfucker opens a closet door and don't see nothing, and he's waiting for something, and then the clock strikes midnight, and your first thought is just, now open the door. And then he opens the door. Oh man, it's just a really good makeup job. Richard Mall plays his ex-army buddy, Ben.
Mall's awesome.
Richard Mall is fucking dope, and it's such good makeup. It's a creepy-ass movie. The second one, don't ever put that on your television.
It's horrible.
The first one is really, really good. Number
House?
4, House. Just called
I wrote it
House.
down. I'm gonna try to find it.
Number 4 is Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
It is.
good job.
It looks at Night of the Living Dead, the original 1968 Romero flick, as a movie. This is real life now, and fuck, the government was experimenting with zombies, and the son of a bitch in the container gets out, and in one of the scariest zombie scenes ever, when this son of a bitch comes out of like the shadows and he's walking. Oh god, it's just horrible. They call him the Tar Man, and if you've never seen this, just Google Tar Man Living Dead, and you will see one of the creepiest fucking zombie walks ever.
You want to do it, don't
And
you?
I can do it, but I won't do it.
That's
You
a
ever
big
seen
deal.
it?
The way they
Tar
walk
Man.
is a
Yeah.
really big fucking deal.
And
No.
also one of, I don't think it's one of my, it's definitely in the top list. One of my top favorite death scenes is, now they're dealing with this motherfucker and they're like all kind of scared to even go near him. And the girl's friends, after she's screaming, they all run down the stairs, but there's kind of like, bed sheets or whatever hanging like pseudo curtains or some shit. So the guy pulls the curtains to the side to see what the fuck she's screaming about, and the zombie looks at him and he's like, more brains! And he's just so happy about it! And he just grabs the guy's head and just,
So you said it, Relic
Relic Lord.
More brains?
Yeah, more brains. Good
more
job.
brains, man.
Good
It's
job, Relic.
it's
Good
such
job.
a good scene. Number 3, and apparently this is the 40th anniversary of this movie. I need to get this shit on Blu-ray. The Fog.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One of the scariest movies I've ever seen. It is a ghost
I'm
flick.
the only one I haven't seen that. What are you talking about?
So fucking scary, man.
Very
Adrian
scary,
Barbeau, there's something in the fog. Stay out of the fog. And it's basically these pirate ghosts
made fog lights.
that come back and they come to get their gold that the town stole from them 100 years ago. Never, ever watch the remake. Ever. If someone has the remake on, be careful, it will give you eye aids. Stab yourself in the eyes. Or better, stab them in the eyes. Better. Just, yeah, and then run away.
Or just change the channel.
That,
Do that.
a third possibility presents itself.
Okay, let's
right.
raise questions for everybody here.
Ooh,
I don't
good
have any
door.
questions. Glitter is my scariest movie I've ever seen. I would never see it.
Glitter is my scariest movie.
I actually had to
What's
see
the question? What we got?
it. On the East Coast or West Coast, whole thing, where are the movies filmed?
It
A lot of them are up in Canada, truthfully, because it's cheaper.
And or where are these genres filmed?
Midwest because I've actually said this before. No horror movies happen in the city except for American Psycho, and honestly, I really think I could kick Patrick Bateman's ass. I do. He was kind of a punk. He was a yuppie.
Yeah. He was a whiny little bitch.
Nothing happens in the city.
But he loves Huey Lewis in the news.
He does.
I Am Legend was filmed in New York, and that was pretty decent.
I don't think that was a horror movie, though. That was more action, adventure, sci-fi.
That's more next week.
Action sci-fi, yeah.
That's more next week.
Next week.
So I want to couple some movies together just like everybody else did. Because I'm leaning more toward part 1, but I got to add in part 2, Creepshow.
Creepshow's good.
Oi.
Fluffy was the scariest thing I ever saw in my life. I had nightmares for years.
Creepy, yo.
When he fucking opens the crate and this big ass gorilla pops out and he's like, "Bleh," and he bites the motherfucker. And then he eats Adrian Barbeau and he just eats everybody. But the thing I liked the best about Fluffy was he pushed his crate back underneath the fucking stairwell. Like, I'm just going to hide back where I was.
Back where it's done.
Y'all didn't hear that.
I appreciate
What?
it.
It's my home.
I didn't hear that. Did
No,
you?
I missed it.
All right,
What'd you
good
say?
job. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, cool.
But the reason I have to include part 2 is because of the scene in the lake with the black ooze thing that was melting people.
Wait a second. That was
That's what they were like on the
raft.
Yeah.
I had that in here for my decks. I thought that was the Blob.
Oh
No.
Shit. You see?
That
I don't
shit was
remember.
dope,
Which death scene was
I remember
it?
seeing
It was
that
like
in
a girl
Puerto
that
Rico.
sucked it, that's like coming through the wood. And she gets sucked in and she's
Through the little
screaming.
fucking hole in the thing? Yes.
Because
She's
the guy
hurts.
was
It
holding her
hurts.
up all night,
Oh
and he
my
decides,
God.
well, if I lay her down, I got a shot of making it.
And he lays her down and it's like, let me look at a titty for a second.
Time out. Are we segueing to freaking like best deaths and fucking horror?
Not yet. I got one more.
I got heat rocks. I got
Alright,
heat
But-
rocks.
what's
I'm
the other
ready.
one?
When he fucking swims to shore, and then he's like, I beat you.
I beat you.
Tidal
I
wave.
beat you. Yeah. I saw that movie in Puerto Rico when my grandfather was sleeping.
That shit is creepy.
Flag up. You can just
What?
flag up. Come on.
Oh, flag up.
Boricua.
But bar none, I'm actually a little disappointed in all of you motherfuckers for not mentioning this. The scariest movie I still to this day have ever seen. Event Horizon.
Because I still haven't seen it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I thought you were gonna say Trolls.
You've been talking about this shit for a while.
Dope.
Trolls was fucked up.
Wedding video.
I remember fucking Trolls.
Trolls was fucked up.
Trolls was fucked
Not
up.
the friendly troll that you see
Nah,
now.
Trolls
The
was
real
fucked
troll
up.
was fucking-
Yeah, I
Trolls
remember
and
that
fucking
shit.
ghouls and ghoulies.
Ghoulies!
Fucking
Oh!
like, yo.
I still double check the toilet seat because of fucking ghoulies, yo.
My guy. My guy.
To this day. To this day.
I'm bringing fucking. I'm buying
Fail.
all of you a copy of Event Horizon to take home and watch. That is like your assignment from now until the next time Pete's Basement airs. I don't know when, because we're taking a week off at least. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But shit, Event Horizon
yeah.
is
They're fine.
outer space sci-fi creepy.
Ooh.
Wipe your ass.
Sam Neill,
And
and honestly, Sam Neill had 2 really great movies out that same year. It was Event Horizon and In the Mouth of Madness, which is also really scary, but
Very
doesn't
underrated.
age
Very
as well as
Watch
Event
that.
Horizon.
Yeah.
And Event Horizon has an Amazon series coming out that I cannot wait
Wow.
for.
Nice.
Honorable mentions I had, because sometimes I had a real difficult time
We had
choosing.
mentions.
I had an honorable mention because The
I have
Grudge
one.
creeped
I have
me
one
out.
Honorable mention.
Just
The Grudge is good.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Creepy fucking movie.
Yeah.
The Terrifier.
Ooh.
This is a new movie. This
that's
is
a deep-
2018.
That's a deep cut, though.
This is like fucking Pennywise's crazy ass cousin from the Midwest who's just all in white and he's like a smiley clown. He's like, and he just like, he eviscerates people. Just
it's Caleb.
What?
It's Caleb.
Caleb?
Yeah.
Who?
You know, Pennywise's cousin, Caleb.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Creepy ass fucking movie, and it's on Netflix. It's an incredibly low budget, and I highly suggest you watch it. My next one is Trilogy of Terror 2, specifically, because this was one of them, like, anthology stories, and in the, I think it was the second story, Lizette Anthony, who is just ridiculously hot in, like, every 80s movie she's in, and she never really has her clothes on for too often. She is traumatized by the death of her son, and she wishes nothing more than for him to come back to her, and he does. But things don't
You
really
already know that shit
end
don't go right.
well. Because she was one of those moms with like tunnel vision, like, oh, my son, and oh, never leave me.
Oh, my
so,
God.
like, if that was you, like, would you really want to come back to that?
No.
So what does come back?
Yeah.
Great fucking flick. The Cube. Has anybody actually sit down and seen The
You made me watch
Cube?
it today.
Fucked up.
Let me watch it today.
There's the Cube.
No,
There's Hypercube, which
bad.
not as good. And then
bad.
there's Cube Zero.
Like that. It's like so good. Like
It's one of those movies that doesn't explain itself.
Nope.
Inexplicably, these people are in a room. And they realize that all of these rooms interconnect both up, down, left, right, sideways. They're in a puzzle.
To this day,
They're like in Legend of Zelda.
Basically, it's like somebody stuck you in the middle of level 9. Get the fuck out.
Oh my god.
It's like,
And now they have, and in
Check,
each
please.
room is a
So,
horrendous death scene waiting for some
Oh my
unfortunate
God.
fuck.
That's insane.
It's so good. Hypercube is terrible. But Cube and Cube Zero, and it's basically all like government intrigue. Like they built this shit as a state-of-the-art prison.
we built this
It's
city.
fucked up. Not on rock and roll, but on blood and guts.
That's insane.
And finally,
Yes.
I have to give homage to Friday the 13th because it's one of my favorite series. It is like I can always put on a Jason movie. Specifically,
I said no, right?
now
Yeah,
1,
you
2,
did.
3, 4 involves like Jason's main storyline where his mother dies, he comes back to life, and he fights Corey Feldman and then gets killed. Done. But then 5 through etc. are Jason just coming back to life and killing kids in the most ridiculously fashionable ways
There's only one
possible.
movie that mattered in that whole second.
Please
phase.
tell me it's Jason Takes Manhattan.
No, Jason X.
Oh well, we'll get to that because I don't even want to touch on Jason X yet.
Are we moving into
5, 6, 7, 8 has a few of my favorite death scenes.
Five,
Yes, because we're gonna
six,
move right
seven,
into that. I already spoke about the hedge clippers to the eyes. Yep. 7 has the classic
Seven, go.
sleeping bag scene where he just blasts the girl against the pole.
Oh.
Jason Takes Manhattan, although frowned upon, is a
Yes.
classic for me because one, New York City.
Yep.
New York City in the 80s.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not only does I love when he's fighting the fucking the boxer kid and the kid's like beating the shit out of Jason and Jason's just like not happening. And he's like his hands are all bloody from hitting the hockey mask and he's like, go ahead, motherfucker, take your best shot. And Jason just like grabs him, winds up with the uppercut and blasts his head clean off with one shot. But
Oh my
the
God.
best is Jason's walking through Times Square like 1989.
Well,
There's
it's called-
porn videos everywhere in the movie theaters. And there's these couple of punks listening to some fucking crazy ass rock and roll, and Jason just kicks the boombox. And these motherfuckers like, yo man, what the fuck? And Jason just turns around. He's got the mask on.
Oh shit.
Yo man, it's cool. It's cool, man. Walks on. Classic fucking scene. Alright. Horror movie death scenes. Let's fucking talk.
Best death scene of all time.
Alright, I gotta hear this.
Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Wow.
Unexpected for sure, because Samuel L. Jackson.
Yo, I fucking called it in the movie theater watching that shit. Because he had this big speech about the avalanche. I'm with my mans watching that shit. I said, yo, what if the fucking shark, because there's that pool in the fucking scene. I said, yo, what if the shark just came out like, yo, shut the fuck up and just ate him. Sure enough, the shark came out. Yo, I was screaming in the movie theater, oh, shit.
I kind of really want to go see one of these
Amazing.
exciting horror movies with you, because I can
man.
only imagine how animated.
Oh,
you
my-
are.
We should go see a Quiet
I-
Place 2.
I'm with it.
I paid for a movie ticket like it was a concert.
I
I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
I paid $22 for this ticket. I'm gonna enjoy this shit to
Yep.
the most potential I could.
I mean, that much popcorn.
I think one of my
One
That's how I
bonus
feel,
thing
Red.
out.
I gotta eat that much popcorn. $22?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
You getting the extra
shit.
large?
I went,
Can I have
Extra large.
Can I have a small popcorn? We only have large, chubby, and super chubby. Then wouldn't the large be a small? I'll have to ask my manager.
What's that from?
Animaniacs.
So good.
It sounded familiar.
oh, whack.
Fantastic.
That scenes?
Y'all know that he can do all the...
The nations of the world? Yeah, but I'm not drunk enough to do
we're
that
not doing
shit.
that, yo.
That's a whole separate video.
This is the horror episode.
Wait a minute. He knows the old one. I don't know if you know the updated.
No, I don't know the updated
So I
one.
bet you can't say everything he says.
Because Ron Paul
The guy who did
Yakko?
He did an updated version.
He
Yes.
did an updated version of
which
it.
anime is coming back, I believe, next year.
No.
Yeah.
We need to do some research. This is like topic number 1 for the next basement show.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then I'll promise I'll get drunk enough and maybe do the song for you. All right, what do we got?
I'm gonna say not a lot of them stick out to me, and I feel like after tonight's show I'm gonna think of 1,000. But
Probably
the one that sticks out to me a lot, I think it's Pet Sematary, where the girl is in the highway and the truck comes.
Oh,
the new Pet Cemetery.
I think it was that.
That's the new one because in the original it's the little boy. Again, props to a movie
I
that
think
kills a kid.
It had to be. Yeah. See, nowadays that's what I'm gonna remember.
well,
is
Pet
shit like that.
Sematary was fucked up because of that. Because
They killed that. It was
They
just all
killed the
about
kids.
It
kids.
was fucked up in
getting
general,
You
man.
wanted
Shit was
it,
fucked up in general.
yeah, that
You're
shit was all
upset.
fucked up.
Oh,
White people, leave regular shit alone. Leave nature alone. Like,
white
I
people.
can remember
That's
that
so
wasn't
real.
necessarily a horror film.
was a
Was
bite.
Jurassic World, where the assistant gets fucking picked up by a.
That's Lena Luthor.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes. She gets picked up by the fucking pteranodon, dragged around, and then eaten, dropped in the water, picked up, and then eaten by the fucking super crocodile thing.
Yep, Katie
I
McGrath.
was like, damn, she didn't deserve that.
She really didn't.
Yeah, she was
she
just doing her job.
She was
working
just trying to
overtime.
do her job
like-
to the best of her ability.
Sure. That's
I'm
all
sorry,
you
but
needed.
she's so fucking
Apparently there were deleted scenes that furthered like her character being kind of a bitch.
Oh, yeah?
And you were like, okay, deserved, because a death scene like that is reserved for people who fucking deserve it.
Yeah, they didn't show that in the final.
Yeah,
cut
no,
of
they
the
did
movie.
not.
I was
that
like, damn,
just,
she was just trying to rally up these babysitting kids.
yeah, she got stuck with that job because her boss was an asshole
Yeah, for real.
and couldn't manage her damn nephews. Got a death scene?
I do have a couple.
Let's hear it.
I mean, first and foremost,
Because I got like 20, so I'm just... as you guys go, I'm going to mark shit off.
I mean, the first death scene would be fucking shit. Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, Welcome to Primetime, bitch.
Nice. I have a Dream Warriors one
which
too.
was that one?
When he picks the girl up... Guys, I'm sorry.
He
I was
picks
very
the
excited.
girls up. He picks the chick up that like she can't go to sleep, so she watches TV all night. So she falls asleep for that one moment, and Freddy comes up, and she's like, "Oh no!" And Freddy picks her up, looks at her right dead in the face, like,
But mind you, she's watching the TV. Freddy's head and arms come out of the TV and grab her.
and he's like, "Welcome to Primetime, bitch," and smashes her head into the TV, and she dies.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I have to
God
tell this
damn.
story
Complete
again, just in
ignorance.
case nobody has
Complete
heard
ignorance.
it. I'm dying to meet Robert Englund in person, but a friend of mine met him, and 3 people up from him, this girl is trying to work her new digital camera. So it's a while ago, before this shit was on phones. And he's like sitting there waiting, like to take the picture, and he's being cool. He's like, and this is taking like 2 to 3 minutes where she cannot figure out this camera. And there's people online. So after a while, in his best Freddy voice, he's like, "Take the fucking picture, bitch." I can't. I just gotta meet him. I really do.
Yeah,
that's funny.
seriously. Yeah.
What else you got?
After that, I have wait, I have to think. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, fucking this chick. God damn it.
Gotta edit that
No,
out.
The Howling. D. Bradley Baker, when she fucking transformed into a werewolf on live TV and she got shot down on live air.
Oh shit.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Nice one.
That's a good one.
That one
The
got me.
Howling was a good
I haven't seen The
fucking
Howling
flick.
in a long time.
That one got me. She's like, I have to break some breaking news. I ain't one of us. And like the dude's like, keep on talking. What is happening? And she's like, you see the tear she transforming? He's like,
Dad.
just one second.
Wow. Silver bullet.
Yep.
Nice.
Right in the
You guys got any death scenes?
I do, but it's in a movie that doesn't count as a horror flick.
Well, let's.
Big
talk
Blue
about it
Sea
anyway.
wasn't a horror flick.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
that.
really.
Okay, so one of the best death scenes ever is in the X-rated version of RoboCop.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. Turning this mother into human pate.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That shit was raw.
Yeah.
Now,
Now,
Yes.
now the thing is that it's not technically
90?
No,
it was like
RoboCop was like
Nah.
86.
86,
Something like that, yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
because the game came out in like '89.
Now, mind you, for those of you who don't know, the original RoboCop was one of the only movies, one of maybe I think 2, to be rated X
Due to
For
violence.
for violence.
Yeah.
That,
There were
87.
murking motherfuckers. There were murking motherfuckers in that bitch.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
87.
And speaking of people who got murked, now I didn't see the X-rated version right away, but the scene where they take Murphy out and he doesn't die, that
shit
fucking
was
sat.
raw.
That's an
yo.
X-rated version that you need to see, though.
That shit
fucked.
is raw, yo.
They just keep shooting him.
Yeah.
And he won't fall. He just
They
keep
fuck
shooting him.
up, yo.
Yeah, like that kind of sat with me for
They
a
didn't give
while.
a shit.
Yeah,
All right.
RoboCop
like
reboot was trash.
like in real life,
I
most
never made a
motherfuckers are
RoboCop
dead by
reboot, I
shot
don't
number
know that.
2. You know, unless your name is 50 Cent.
How dare you?
Thank you, Greg.
No, listen,
Tupac didn't die in the first
Son,
shot.
50 will shoot you, man. Don't fuck with 50. 50, I didn't. He said
No,
it.
God bless that happened and he survived. I mean, seriously, but wow.
It's too late. It's too late.
Oh fuck
No,
off.
yeah, no. Yeah.
Fuck all y'all.
That's it.
You know what? Liz, hit me.
All right. Death scenes. I got a few, so just like bear with me, and we can all just have some fun and just enjoy them. You saw the thing,
Yes.
the stomach jaws thing when he's like,
Ooh, yes,
clear,
yeah.
and it just amputates the guy's arms and shit. Fucking so good.
That was. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yep.
That was crazy.
In one that I saw, I remember watching this movie a few years ago for the first time called Tag. This is a crazy ass Japanese movie. And like, if you're used to anime, you can watch it with subtitles. Don't watch it dubbed; it's terrible. But this like homely little girl. They're on a school trip on a bus, and these girls are like picking on her. She's like writes poems and shit, and she drops her pen on the floor, and she goes to pick it up. And while this happens, a terrible accident happens on the bus in front of their bus, and all of the windows and shit come flying at their bus and literally cut the bus in half.
Oh.
And this girl's just picking up her pen. Huh? And everybody is cut in fucking half. And there's little fountains of blood. Just
Have you ever seen Ghost Ship?
it's the next one on the list.
I saw it.
And it's been mentioned by chat several times. So go ahead. Yes.
So go ahead. Yeah.
It's not the next one, but I'll jump to it. Cable split.
Yeah.
One of the most awesome death scenes ever. Everybody's dancing. The cable goes snap, and everybody's just like, and limbs
Everyone realizes
start
they were
falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
was
the
crazy.
best part of that whole shit for me was when people are literally like trying to piece themselves
Yes!
back
They're
together.
trying to hold it together.
Oh my! Hold it together. Let me just shake
Get
your
out
hand on
damn
that.
it.
Damn.
See.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So fucking good.
I never saw this, but both Relic Lord and Absolute mentioned that exact same scene.
It's so good.
And the
That
only
was
thing
it.
I can think of that even comes close, and unfortunately it's technically real life, but that Normandy beach scene from Saving Private Ryan, where you have guys
well,
fucking
that's-
picking up their arms
Yeah, that's
that were
fucked
blown
up.
off by the 50 cal, or whatever,
What else you got in there?
I got one that I affectionately call Split Decision, which is if you've ever seen 13 Ghosts, the lawyer when he's walking away from the fucking the naked girl, and all of a sudden the glass door slams shut, and he's got his glasses. The glasses fall first, and then he just splits right in half and oozes down the
That
glass.
was good. That one was
Okay,
good.
I got one, but
All right, go for it.
the first Resident Evil film.
Okay.
The lasers?
Yes.
The lasers is that's good.
Perfect.
That was really good.
Yeah,
yeah, I
because
forgot about
he's
that
like
one.
he's like murking it, like he's getting through it. Like, all right, cool. So you just get
and like
to level
all
two.
of a sudden they go
Hyper
grit.
forward.
He's like,
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you.
He knew it too. He was like, oh,
Take it all
fuck.
in the air.
Yeah.
That was it.
Nice.
And then you just see him get cubed.
I forgot about that one because I usually gloss over the Resident Evil films, but you're right. That
Yes.
first one was really good for that.
Good.
So the next one, have you ever seen The Collection, The Collector and the Collection? There's part
think I have.
1 and 2. This is an insane
I'm
series
writing
of
these all down.
movies.
The Collector and the Collection?
Yes, the first one involves people breaking into a house, and this guy he calls himself the Collector, and he has the entire house booby-trapped, Saw style.
Oh my god.
And the next one, he owns a club. And there's people in the club dancing. And there is an entire massacre with what I can only refer to as a grain reaper on the ceiling. That comes down and everybody's dancing and this thing goes poof, 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 and everybody's like
That's insane.
fucking sane.
That sounds crazy. I wrote that one down.
So fucking good.
Okay.
Okay, this one's kind of funny. Piranha 3D, The Pool Party Massacre.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, it's so good. There's such blatant nudity in this movie. It's fantastic. There's a scene
That's
where
worth watching
Piranha
by
eats a
itself.
dick.
Oh!
It's so good. But they're just like, Piranha are skeletalizing people left and right as they fall into the ocean. But there's
Like
one
they do.
particular scene where this girl gets her hair caught in the propeller of a boat, and this guy's trying to escape, and he's pulling the fucking rudder, and all of a sudden it goes, and it rips her fucking scalp and face right off, and there's just a skeleton like... It's so fucking
That's
good.
insane.
So
That's
fucking
fantastic.
good.
God.
I love it. I love it.
All right, I'm gonna go back to a classic 80s movie, Hellraiser. Jesus Wept. When Frank is confronting his stepdaughter, or it's actually his niece at this point, but stepdaughter, niece, whatever, and all of a sudden the Xenobites come out and he just gets hooked and his face is being ripped into fucking all sorts of pieces. Did you ever see this movie?
I did, but I don't remember it.
And he's looking at her and he knows he's done. He knows it's over and he's like, Jesus wept. And boom, the fucking chains just make him explode. It's gory. It's
Good night,
goofy
Kate. We
because
love you.
there's all sorts of, meat and shit flying all over the place, but it's so gloriously 80s. Have you ever seen Hatchet? Okay, Hatchet is like
might have.
Hatchet is a modern day Friday the 13th. It's played by Kane Hodder, who was the
Right, who was-
latter Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
And at one point, basically, he's a bayou ghost monster. He was a little kid that got picked on and killed, and now he's back. And so after he chops this guy in half like he's a fucking wooden log, he goes to his elderly wife and basically just grabs her head like this and turns it fucking
Oh my
flip top.
God.
And you just see her tongue like... So fucking insane.
That's insane.
I highly recommend it. The first one is good, but 1 through 4 are still really fantastic.
Absolute says Pet Cemetery, the kid with the scalpel.
Oh god, that gets me every time. Oh god, Fred Gwynn and his fucking Achilles tendon.
Ooh,
Oh,
that scares me.
yeah,
That scares me
okay.
a lot.
Okay, now y'all want to talk zombie movies? Let's talk zombie movies.
Wait, that's what we're doing?
No. I'm
Oh.
going into death scenes, but here's one that you probably don't know.
What is it?
Now, there's an Italian director by the name of Lucio Fulci. This man
Yes.
can do with makeup and special effects what would take fucking computer geniuses 25 days to do with CGI.
Holy shit.
This guy makes a particular movie called Zombie. Zombi,
Yes.
Italian. And at one point, there is a woman who is watching the zombies through, she's hiding behind a closet door. And the zombie punches through the closet door, and now the fucking wood is splintered. And he grabs her by the throat, and he starts pulling her slowly toward this one splinter. And she's looking at it, and it's coming closer and closer to her eye. And you see this fucking splinter go through her fucking eye, just bloop, and you see the goo of the eye just go around the splinter in just one of the most fucking penis shriveling scenes I have ever
Yeah.
seen in my life.
Yep.
You feel it. This man is a genius of special effects. You
Yes.
fucking feel it. I highly recommend. This is one of the grossest zombie movies you'll ever see.
called Zombie?
Zombi. Zombie.
This God, this really is like an episode, and I as much as I hate to say it, she who must not be named would absolutely eat up because she's the reason I know of Lucio Fulci.
That's impressive.
Yeah, like
he's done a lot of great movies,
man.
man.
She got me to watch so many fucking horror flicks when we were together.
He also answered a question of, well, people are like, oh, well, you can escape to the ocean. No, zombies swim. This motherfucker's just walking under the water, eating sharks. Just shark goes to bite him, grabs a shark, eats it. Fuck that. Now you got a zombie shark.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go ahead.
Cube Zero. There's a scene where this guy walks into a room and he's like, hey, I'm okay. And all of a sudden he gets sprayed with this shit that looks like Elmer's glue. And then slowly but surely his whole skin starts to just melt off. I love this movie. I said it before. It's basically like somebody, Red was right. They dropped you into level 9 of Legend of Zelda and get out. Good luck. Here's Death Mountain. Get out. And every room kills you.
And you don't have any of the gear that would get you through.
No. Now, a lot of people don't like it because they call it gore porn. I love the fucking Saw movies. I fucking love them.
I thought they were dope.
Yeah. I thought the death scenes got more creative as the movies went on. Yeah. One of the ones I liked was when the dude walks through the door and then the guy gets his fucking head smashed by 2 cinder blocks of ice. Just, oh no, and smish. It's great. It's great.
You squish just like grape.
Hedge clipped, I talked about when the fucking girl gets her eyes stabbed with the hedge clipper. The sleeping bag we talked about. Now,
yes.
Here is, okay, now we're getting into the top list here. Everyone knows this scene.
Yes.
And to this day, it's fucking 15 to 20 years later. I don't know the exact date, but it's like 15, 16, whatever years later. I will not drive behind a logging truck because of this. Final Destination 2. I won't do it. No, I know what happens. That thing comes out, smashes this guy's face through the fucking
I've
car.
never seen that movie and I won't do it.
But you know of it.
Yes, I've seen
and there's a lot of carnage that
one.
happens afterward.
Yeah.
That's not the only death in that scene. There's a massacre on the highway. So fucked up.
Which is exactly what would happen if a logging truck were to ever crash.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, now we're in the top 5. And I know you're going to join me on this one.
Okay.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Woo!
When all of a sudden...
Top 5 what? What are we doing?
Top 5 death scenes.
Oh, okay.
The cop comes over, and all of a sudden all the clowns come out of the little tent. And they have their apple pies. He's like... What are you going to do with those pies, boys? And they all throw him at him, and he just melts like it's acid.
Yes.
What? It's so insane. It's so fucking good.
It's so weird. Look at this.
If we hear him snore, we have to take a shot.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Facts.
Now. I love that he agrees. Now you want...
Oh my god, I love it.
Going back to The Blob. The remake of The Blob was fucking crazy.
The Blob was fucking...
When Paul, the girl's boyfriend that you think is going to survive for like at least the duration of the movie, gets absorbed in like the first 20 minutes. And she's like, Paul, and it's the same girl from Saw. The girl who does not age at all. Like, she looks like 20 years old from there, and then 20 years later, the Saw movies.
Bianca Lawson?
Is that
I'm not sure of her name. Probably.
We're gonna look.
Alright, Bianca Lawson's... Alright, hold on, let me get back.
She's why we need you, man. You're the movie guy.
Run away, get out.
She is trying to fucking save him.
That's what I thought it was.
His arms are out, and she's pulling him as his face is melting off inside the blob, and then his arms pull off. They pull off. She pulls his arms off. Ah, that's great. I just thought of that now.
Sounds like a Bushwick divorce. Good job. I got nothing.
Fantastic.
Now, I'm glad you stayed for this because now I got my nightmare death scenes.
Oh.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 4, The Roach Motel.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
When the girl is lifting the weights and all of a sudden he breaks her arms and the roach bits come out and she just turns into a roach that's glued in one of them glue things. She gets her face stuck to it. She pulls her face off and a fucking little cockroach head comes out. And then you see Freddy with the Roach Motel and he's like, crush. Done.
And you see all the gush and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Next one.
Let's go back. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. The marionette scene. When this kid's like, he does like puppets and shit to impress girls. Doesn't really work. And
No.
he's asleep, and now Freddy just cuts his veins and shit, and he's using his veins to puppeteer this guy around the fucking.
Freddy was a fucking savage.
Yeah.
Freddy gave no fucks.
Around the fucking room until he gets to the top of the tower and then pitches the guy off. So fucking good.
Forgot about one, and I forgot about one as well.
The Johnny Depp one?
Yeah, God.
Everybody wants to talk about this, so I guess honorable mention I have to give it to, instead of a waterbed, a blood bed. Because Johnny Depp's just laying on the bed and gets sucked into it with his TV, his fucking headphones, everything, and then
a bunch of fucking
old
blood.
faithful blood.
But it's bigger than that, because like this was the definition of white privilege in a horror movie. Your man had a queen size bed as a 15-year-old.
Was that a queen size bed?
Yes. A queen size waterbed as a 15-year-old.
A waterbed, mind you, because especially back in those days, not too many people had that.
In the 80s, you weren't cool. My cousin Peter had a waterbed. Now, Peter's 20 years older than me, so I can only imagine, but it was the 80s, bro. And I'm just going to say this, Pete. I can only imagine what he slayed on that waterbed. Like, I can only imagine the fun that he had. I'm sorry, Liz.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Thank you.
Don't go making phony calls. Please stick to the 7-digit numbers. No, we're not going Weird Al? I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought that was the direction we were headed. All right. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. My absolute favorite death scene, Jason X, the liquid nitrogen scene.
That's a great scene.
It's so good. It's so good. This girl's screaming. Kane Hodder's all up on her fucking titty, just holding her, grabs her by the fucking back of the head. She's like, no! And he's like, yeah. And he doesn't actually say that because Jason don't talk. Fucking dips her face into the liquid nitrogen. She screams for like 2 seconds. She's like, ah! And freezes. Pulls her up, frozen, bashes her fucking face on the counter.
God damn.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, Sub-Zero ain't got nothing.
It was one of the most creative fucking death scenes I have ever seen in my life. Yeah. And obviously, if this list is to be believed, I've seen a few of them.
God damn, yeah.
They're just
like 3 pages worth of stuff.
I don't know
I'm
how
kind
we
of kicking
segue
myself
from that to top 5 funny scary movies.
I also took a funny but stupid scary movies.
Yeah.
Basically, these are so stupid that they're awesome. Maybe they're not intentionally funny. They probably tried to be serious.
I have a question.
For that top, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, do they have to die in the scene?
Not necessarily, but I mean, it's a death
I have
scene.
a number one right now.
What is it?
Let's see it.
Scary Movie 2. Fucking Marlon Wayans is fucking the ghost.
That's hilarious. That's a good one.
Wait, wasn't the Scary Movie? Yeah, not Scream. Yeah.
Yeah, Scary Movie 2.
Wait, now I kind of want you to count up. Like,
I
go
forgot
for
about
5.
that death scene. Fuck off.
Okay. My number 5 would have to be Scream.
Okay. See, now that I appreciate that a lot because so many people look at Scream like, oh, it's such a good horror movie. It's not. It's not. It makes fun of horror movies.
Hell yeah, when the guy's like
It's
he
funny
realizes
as
people
shit.
are dead and he goes, my parents are gonna be so pissed, man.
Matthew Lillard, right? Was that Matthew Lillard?
I think so.
When he got stabbed. He's like, how woozy here, man.
One of the greatest moments in the Scream trilogy, hands down, which, Google it, Dwayne Martin is the smartest black man in the history of all horror movies. Scream 2, 35th minute in the movie. He sees another person. He sees another person died on the campus. He's like, I'm out.
He just leaves. He just dips.
You never see him
I ain't
again.
fucking with this shit
He's
no more.
out.
Yo.
He drops the camera and he's out. He was woke.
Come in.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you bought the greatest horror movie ever.
He got
the Corona.
He got the good stuff.
That is a horror movie.
And I'm out.
Oh.
I'll be back.
Oh, he opened it with his mouth.
Yeah, he did.
Very.
Fuck you, coronavirus.
Then my number 4.
Salud.
I have nothing.
Before it,
Go grab another beer.
I was with Mom upstairs.
Okay. That's acceptable. You know her 38 years. You're allowed to talk to her.
She actually likes me today.
She has no taste.
Scream is number 5. Dawn
4.
of the Dead is gonna be my number 4.
Really? You thought that was like a silly one?
I did.
That one scared the fuck
did.
out of me.
remake?
The remake.
Okay, yeah.
I
But still,
thought it was scary,
Thought it
but
was
I also thought it had some great comic relief in it.
I think it did because I think they realized that
At the time,
parts of it were. What is
Brooklyn
that?
Defender?
Brooklyn Defender. I'll take it.
I think they realized that parts of it were
Superhero
fucking
media?
nuts, and they're like,
yeah.
we got to put comedy in this to alleviate some of this.
Yeah. My number 3 is gonna be Train to Busan.
Wait, now I don't. You have
that
one.
was
I
like a
don't
horror.
know.
Train to Busan is a 3-hour film.
Is this a foreign film?
I think it's
Yeah.
Korean.
Okay.
Korean.
And
It's
it
zombies
really
on a
is,
train.
Okay.
It really
It's
is.
amazing.
It sounds crazy, but it is really good. It's
Yeah.
really good. And I only say it's a comedy because and
I wouldn't
It's-
call it a comedy.
no, it's not a comedy, but it does have its moments where you.
I wouldn't call it a horror either, but it's
a
zombies
thriller.
on a train. Yeah.
It
Okay.
really is quite amazing.
Like
it's
Snakes
like
on a
if,
Plane?
I want to say if Dawn of the Dead and
Somebody's yelling at
28 Days
something?
Later.
Somebody who put these motherfucking zombies on this motherfucking train?
I want to say that a lot of these
Netflix
Japanese
right now.
and Korean films
what they're doing.
are nuts.
Yeah.
And like they've been underrepresented in this special of
Industry.
ours for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I don't have a lot of experience with them.
Yeah.
Besides, like I've watched Battle Royale.
The Grudge, The Ring, that all
Like
came.
yeah, all of those mainstream ones. Like if there was an
Yeah.
American,
But like the
remake-
original Japanese versions of those movies are so much darker.
way
I
better.
don't-
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I've honestly there have been points where I've liked the American version better, but that's neither here nor there. The fact is, like, if there was an American remake, I probably went back and watched the Asian original. But as far as Asian flicks that have not been ported over to the U.S., I'm ignorant of these. So if you guys have any recommendations out there for the Pete's Basement crew and that shit that we haven't mentioned, especially like I said, Japanese and Korean films, because these motherfuckers are crazy, let us know. By all means, hit us up, questions@peachbasement.com. Give us a list of movies. Like, we'll happily watch these shits and review them.
Yeah.
I would love to get... I'm always
Right?
down for new fucking horror flicks, yo.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
But yeah, it's on Netflix. Check it out this weekend. Check it out. It's really good.
Alright.
So alright, so I've got Scream, Dawn of the Dead, Train to Busan. My number 2 is gonna be Paranormal Activity.
Okay, that's
Number
a
two, what?
bit of a cult classic.
That's not a horror?
It's like kind of funny
I gotta be
because
honest.
while he's recording,
Yo.
there's a part where she screams and he runs over like it's a fucking ghost.
I
And she
help
goes,
you.
"There's a spider!
Yeah, no,
There's a
no,
spider!"
finish
And
that.
it's shit like that. That's like, okay, this is just a guy and his girlfriend, and
Right.
I thought they were funny.
Until like the very end, that's when you finally see some shit.
Irish he really hates me for that.
and then my number 1 is
I'll
gonna
drink
be
Jameson.
Before you go,
Yeah.
Pour him a
have
heater.
you actually watched all of the Paranormal Activity flicks?
Yeah.
Like, because there's apparently a very developing storyline.
Just the first one I saw.
That's it for you,
That's
right?
it,
And
that's it.
you were done.
I took when that movie came out, it was dubbed the scariest movie of all time. And this was early in the courtship years.
Uh-huh.
So I said, yo, if I take you to see this movie, I never have to see any horror movie for the rest of our relationship. She said, yeah, fine. I go take her to see this movie. 20 minutes into the movie, she has her head dug into my armpits saying, I don't think this was a good idea. I said, I'm only here because of you. I don't want to be here. What the fuck are you talking about?
And he was watching the
That's what
movie
Nick
like
Cannon
this.
said.
Oh, how do I say?
Nick Cannon said that, Mariah.
But
my
Yeah, I have to say this. I really do. Like, I gotta bring this to fucking light. You're one of like the fucking biggest, toughest fucking guys I know. You're just a fucking wuss when it comes to horror movies.
I like to
love
sleep.
it. But
I like to sleep, yo. This shit's gonna fuck up my dreams. It's gonna fuck up my sleep.
listen,
I
watch
enjoy
a scary
sleep.
movie, And while he's out, I always do this. Like if he's out, I'll watch a scary movie, and then I'm too scared to sleep by myself. So I'll wait
Stupid.
till he gets home, and then I'm like, okay, good, you're home. We can go to sleep.
Baby.
But then I'll be super paranoid. So if I hear something, I'm like, what was that? And he'll go, fucking stop! Stop that!
I wanna hear that shit.
Y'all gotta come by me over there. You've been coming here during the daytime. We got raccoons around the corner.
Oh, I heard.
And I mean, groups of them. It
Yeah.
sounds like
It's a gang.
West Side Story back
The only
there.
running gang. The only
When
running gang.
you're a jet for life.
It's like, what the fuck's going on?
just stay in the basement.
I mean,
till 3 a.m.
I was sad, but
Fine.
yeah.
And then 2 finger snap. I'm like, I'm like, I come out there and like that.
Wow.
And one of
That was
them,
real auntie of you. That was a great.
and
job.
one of them jumps off with their thumbs on their feet. Like,
That's crazy.
what are they doing? I'm like,
What do you got?
I'm this big and you're that big.
They gonna jump
You win.
Boys.
They were banging all the drums back there.
Is Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters as a horror flick?
It at the time I was pretty young and watching it.
The
One,
first.
two-
Scary.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad.
Scary.
I'm not mad.
One, right?
1 and 2. I
Okay.
enjoyed both.
I
of them
get
so
what you're
much.
saying.
R.P. Max
I get
Von
what you're
Sydow.
saying.
Yeah, can we raise a glass real quick to Max von Sydow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of Ghostbusters 2, most people do not know he voiced Vigo the Carpathian.
Yes.
Also, the
just
Three-Eyed
learned that the
Raven,
other day.
Ming the Merciless,
Ming the Merciless.
and many, many others.
Yes.
Salud, rest in peace.
Salud.
Nah. So I got a lot of freaking props and praise and fucking DMs
Finish that
for
song,
the radio show.
No,
Alright, so
I can't.
sure?
That's what's still in here.
Pete, permission to be myself.
Of course, always.
All right,
I give you a car. I'll drive home. You can take one.
I do an internet radio show on the Face Radio called the Jump Off Express. And the first episode that we did, we played freaking McSmiley Magic. So for those who know what that song is, that's the scene in Ghostbusters
Yes.
when all
Not
the
that bad.
spirits are coming out of fucking Empire State Building in the subway.
That's the second one.
Yes.
The first one.
Not the
No,
second
but
one.
I've drank. I've
No.
The one where the Titanic comes
much
from the
whiskey.
harbor,
No.
like better
No.
than
The guy
ever.
said the Titanic just
So if I
right.
get it, you
Better
can
late
keep
than
it.
never.
I can take
That's
cheese on
that one.
couch.
Good scene, but it's
Yeah,
the first
Right.
Ghostbusters
Keep on.
when all the spirits are coming out of the
This isn't
subway.
bad.
That's when you
I've had
first see.
some little
That's when you
shit.
see Slime for the second time come back.
Okay, yes.
And all the spirits are like gravitating towards the Empire
But
State
yeah,
Building.
it's not the Empire State Building. It's like some random building on 49th
I'm sorry,
Street. But yeah.
Chrysler Building. excuse me.
Whoa, that's my favorite
Close.
skyscraper. So let's, it's not just some random.
Wait, the
building.
Chrysler Building?
But it wasn't the Chrysler
Up high,
building.
girl.
It was
Up high.
It
Love
was
it.
like
My
next to
my
it.
comment-
That song was playing
You wanna
when
talk
they
about
did when they
class-
gravitated towards it.
You wanna
So
do-
I played that on the
Scary
fucking
Room,
radio
my
show,
company does
and I got
Scary Room.
so much feedback. It's like, oh my god,
We can
I gotta
walk
believe you
to
have this shit on
the
vinyl.
castle in Central Park. I can walk.
And that like
I
I
have the
shout out
keys to
to
the
all
castle.
all the phone nerds out there by my
I probably
mom.
said this
like
8 years ago.
I wanted to make sure I played that for the
probably
first
I
show.
have the keys to the castle.
Just because
they
I was
redid it.
Nerd Life for Life. No, that's what we do.
That's awesome.
But
That's
just like
it.
that McSmiley Magic song always holds there for me. that
Speaking
scene.
to him, like literally, we went to see Paranormal Activity. He did not go to see another scary movie with me until A Quiet Place. So,
That's a good. Yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right.
yeah. So, their honorable mention, because this was also very good. Didn't make my top list, but Deliver Us from Evil.
Ooh, that's a
Was
good
it
one.
that
Wait,
one?
That movie was fucked up. I
not
saw that
from
movie
Eva.
once
Not
they had
from
like
Eva.
video
With the
on the
detective
map.
from the Bronx
Yeah.
in the zoo,
Yeah, they went to the zoo.
and like the woman threw her kid into like the lion's
I
den.
think I remember this movie.
So
but-
what was really
Yeah.
scary
Yeah.
about that was
Young
I went to go
scary
see it
movie.
alone.
It was a true story, too.
Ever
Yeah.
seen?
Really?
Based on true events.
I can't remember
I
it.
went
I
to
have
go-
to look
it's
that
really-
up.
movie?
I went to go see
Oh,
it
that
by
shit was fucking
myself,
terrifying. My
and
God.
I thought I could
Scary.
totally do this. Okay, I'm fine. And
A-Rod's
I'm
on
eating popcorn,
dangerous
I'm
waters
watching
right
it,
now.
and
They're both Leos.
at
Did you see the
one-
video you did?
I was terrified. I was like, I'm
They're
never
both
doing
Leos
this
in one
again. Like I
last.
have to go with someone because
No.
this is really scary. Then
You're
there's
right.
one scene where they're trying to get, like the demon to identify himself. So the demon yells out what was my maiden name, because I've since been married, but the demon started screaming out my maiden name. So now I'm in the movie theater feeling super targeted. And I'm like, what is happening? So then it's like screaming that name again and again, and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And then I finished watching it, but it was so traumatizing and scary, and I was and it was because it was the priest's name, so he was like screaming for the priest. But
Still.
bro, so
Yeah.
could you imagine going to see a scary movie by yourself? And it's
No,
like,
I did.
like,
Yeah, no, somebody starts yelling
Right,
DeLuca. I'm
right,
gonna fucking wet myself. I'm gonna wet myself. That's
How
fucked
many
up.
times they say your last name?
I don't remember.
They said like
That's
5
scary.
times.
For 3, I don't
They
know.
said like 5
So-
times.
I'm just asking because
I don't know.
So
That's fucked
I mean,
up.
Very
there
fucked up.
was two,
Very
but now I have
fucked up.
3 honorable mentions because I mean we got it. You know,
This is
you have
best
to,
worst.
You have to throw. No. Well,
I'm sorry, just a heads up, we might have to tap out. But
I have to tap
well,
out too.
I'm just gonna go real quick because
I have literally. Well, let's get through this, and then we
I got
can
it
actually
worse,
end
but
it
I'm just
off.
gonna really quick run through some honorable mentions
Right.
for some of my favorites. You got to throw in The Exorcist.
Okay.
Nothing needs to be said. The movie Trick or Treat.
Ooh.
Best worst?
No, just I'm talking honorable mention. I have a best. I just have an absolute worst that traumatized the fuck out of me. But the other honorable mention for a good horror flick was Midnight Meat Train.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. That did you guys
with
see
Vinnie
that
Jones?
I shouldn't even ask you. Did you see that?
That's
Midnight Meat Train
flick.
with Vinnie Jones and Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh man, that's fucking
Check
good.
that shit out.
Please do.
Dope. That's a dope flick.
Midnight Meat Train.
That sounds like porn.
It's fucking insane.
That's what I thought it was. I'm
yeah,
like,
Red's out already on that.
If it's a horror porn, I'm gonna.
No, it's not. It's not.
Hey, Red, it's called Beat Your Meat.
It's just not.
It's like a horror gay porn.
I will. Sausage?
It really
It sounds like a horror gay porn.
No,
but
it's not a bad title.
The absolute hands
Welcome
down
to
worst
Meat
horror
Train.
film I've ever seen in my entire life.
How to blow out.
Sleepaway Camp.
Fuck you! Wait. Part one's fucked up. Part one's fucked up.
That's cheating.
There's a dick when there's not supposed to be a dick. There's a dick when there's not supposed to be a
I saw
dick.
that shit, yo.
I did not.
That's fucked up,
You
yo.
didn't miss anything.
That movie's
Well, you
fucked up.
got
Borderline transgender shit.
All right.
every 90s boy jerked off to that movie.
No, they did not. Maybe 2 and 3, not part 1.
Your fridge door just opened by itself.
Well, that's fucked up. She's
Hello,
here.
Space Basement Ghost.
She's
I was gonna
here.
go close it.
Close the
Fuck
shutter.
that.
Time to go! Time to get the fuck out of it. Let's wrap this shit up, B.
Wait, I got a list real quick. Here are my best worst horror movies.
Go.
There we go.
Oh.
You should probably write these down as
Ooh,
well.
good
My wedding video.
Good choice. Okay.
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay, this is a tie because like somebody commented on the last basement show that I needed to include these. Retard Dead and Special Dead. They are basically the exact same premise, although not quite the same movie. This is a special ed camp and there's a zombie infestation.
Oh my god.
Retard Dead and Special Dead. Yeah, you're going to hell for just watching this movie.
That's hilarious.
And I'll see you
You
there.
fucking saying
I'm going to hell for
fucking
hearing
bad.
the fucking name.
Yeah.
I'm going. Sorry.
Greg's going one level up from us.
Like,
just for that.
Like,
Like Handyman.
And Jason Ragopian says, "Yay me."
Handyman, right?
All right. Here, if you grew up in the 80s, and you're a car guy like me, like Tom, like our boy Micro, you know this movie, Maximum Overdrive.
Yes!
Yeah. This is one of the fucking classicest movies because it's kind of a horror because the fucking meteor hits and all of a sudden cars and shit come to life. And there's a truck, there's a big ass 18-wheeler with a fucking Green Goblin head on it.
I thought that was called Trucks. Am I thinking of
It's
the wrong
no,
one?
That's
it's
another
called
bad
Maximum
80s movie.
Overdrive. The Trucks is a different flick.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is called Maximum
You're
Overdrive.
not way off, Liz. You're really,
Yep.
it's really
Okay,
that
Green
bad.
Goblin head on the truck. The truck is alive and it starts to run down people on the highway. Yeah.
They're trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, the next one, just because of the fucking end scene, Dead Alive, which is loosely based on a Lovecraftian horror flick, horror story. But you've got fucking zombies, and you've got a dude with a lawnmower, just strapped it on his shoulder like a shield, and he's like, brr, brr, and he just runs through the fucking army of zombies with the lawnmower like, brr, and there's just sinew and fucking guts and shit flying everywhere. It's one of the fucking craziest, stupidest, bloodiest scenes ever. It's dumb, but it needs to be seen.
Yes, it does.
I've said this before on this show. If you haven't seen it yet, one of the greatest of the holiday horror flicks is Santa's Sleigh. That is spelled S-L-A-Y. It stars Bill Goldberg as Santa, the son of Satan.
Bill Goldberg,
the wrestler. He is Santa Claus. Santa is the son of Satan. He lost a bet to an angel 2,000 years ago where now he has to be nice and kind for 2,000 years.
Oh,
well,
my
the
God.
bet is up. And now he can be evil again.
Oh,
There is a fire-breathing buffalo in lieu of a reindeer. He kills Fran Drescher in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Oh, nice.
There is icicle deaths. It's just fucking an amazing movie. It's so good. Holiday horror is a genre in and of itself.
What year that came out?
Oh, that's mad new. That's like 2002 or so.
2004.
Silent Night, Deadly Night is an honorable mention for me. Other honorable mentions, we have Basket Case, which if you've never seen that, this is a guy who literally has his mutant half-brother who was a twin that was attached to him, and he's now in a basket, and the basket wants him to kill people. Basket Case, classic flick. Gingerdead Man. Gingerdead Man stars Gary Busey as the son of a witch doctor who gets killed. Shut the fuck up before I throw something at you. He gets killed, and his witch doctor mother brings him back to life as a gingerbread man who kills people. The Gingerdead Man.
How so like Gary Busey's career?
Red, you're my right hand, left hand man right now.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
You know what I mean?
Needs fucking mentioning. And honestly, if you've never seen this shit, Tales from the Hood is one of the best fucking unsung horror movies ever.
Very great.
Welcome to hell,
Seriously.
motherfuckers!
It's so fucking good.
The gore was great. The gore was regulated. It was great.
So good.
All right.
We've said a lot of movies tonight, but one that
I got one more.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Please go. I want to build up to this. So what do you got?
Constantine.
Oh,
It's not bad at all.
All right.
It's not bad at all.
I love that movie. That's
See,
definitely one of my top 10.
I've only seen the second half of that
That
movie.
was his take on
As
the
a horror?
I think
I
that-
take the shit out of that
What is
movie.
oh my god, the actor who plays Satan in that.
Oh, I don't know.
He's in American Gods now. That man played Satan so fucking well in Constantine that when I see him in other things, especially when he plays like a real rugged, messed up in the head kind of character, it makes me like I shake when I see him performing.
Really?
Because I think back to his performance as Satan, and it was just that
You kind of
good.
need to watch Supernatural. I feel like you need to watch all 15
I know.
fucking
You
seasons
tell
of
me the
it.
same thing. You
I'm
tell me
gonna
the same
try it
thing.
again. But I
Because
can't-
the
I feel
dude
like I'm
that
gonna
plays
do
the
it.
devil in that is fucking insane.
No.
I can't,
I'm
man.
out.
Oh, him.
That's
Oh my god, he's a fucking lead
You're
demon in
upset,
Supernatural. He's a fucking insane ass demon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it now.
Oh
Now I'm
my
gonna
god.
He's a freak.
He's
That man,
He's
that
a fucking
man
freak
scares
ass
me.
demon.
Yeah.
He's
That
scary
man
as
scares
fuck.
me. Yes,
that
he
was the
scares
Russian
me.
in Armageddon.
He scares me.
You're
man.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the dude's name, but he's also a voice. He's also an NPC
He
character.
does
in
a
the Destiny
crazy ass
series.
voice. And
But yeah.
as the demon I want to
He was also in The Big Lebowski as one of the nihilists.
He's not a
He's
Zazel.
terrifying to watch. But that's a good
Fuck,
thing.
I can't think of his name, but it'll come to me.
No, I'm gonna get it for you right now.
The
It's,
demon that Dean basically is at war with during his time in hell. That guy plays him. Fuck, I can't think of his name.
What's his name?
But nevertheless,
Peter Stormare.
no,
Stormare.
what's his fucking demon name in Supernatural?
Oh,
Hit me
sorry.
with that, please. I need
okay,
to know
so
that.
Peter Stormare's character in Supernatural?
Yes, please.
Okay, hang on.
Because it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't fucking think of it and it's bothering me.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's his
I know.
fucking filmography.
I got tap out.
No, you're good
You
still.
did.
I gotta wake up at 8. I got.
No, you're fine. We're almost
you
done.
really?
My daughter's getting penance tomorrow.
What?
Wow.
Penance.
Why you here?
Penance? She's paying her penance? What?
Well, while we wait for that,
Azriel? Is it Azriel?
That's the.
I've
God
got
thing.
That's
What do you got?
two
nephew or some
movies
shit.
that I
Where's that?
hear
Where's
are
that?
not good at all, but I
You want to
like
watch them anyway? You
It's
need to
really
see
like
them?
you.
Yeah, if they're on, I'm gonna watch it. First one is The Descent.
The Descent is really fucking
Yeah.
I
good.
love
Yes.
it. I love
Yes.
it, but a lot of people.
No, it's not good. I saw that movie in the movie theaters. That's the
You
one
did
where
the
the
second
girls
thing,
get
Yeah, they
stuck
go
in the cave.
spelunking, yeah.
No, that movie is terrible. It's a terrible movie.
I thought it was great.
Ah, yeah, that movie's stupid,
This
yo.
is coming from a guy who doesn't watch horror films. So,
This is a guy that watches movies every weekend since he was 8 years old.
okay. There's one movie though.
All the fucking movies, good and bad,
for,
since he was 8 years
but
old.
I don't care. I absolutely love
Right,
this
I'm not gonna lie to
movie.
you. You're
Greg,
right.
are you listening?
For real, yo.
Signs. I love
Overrated.
Signs.
I got beef with it, but
For the
It's-
record,
it's
I have
sci-fi,
watched this
not
movie
horror.
about 10 times, and 10 times I cannot see the hand of the alien grab this motherfucking kid before
on,
it
yo.
sees it. I'm sorry, bro.
No, yeah.
I almost got a punch in the face just now, I guarantee you.
Man, that film, I loved that. I thought that was really good.
My pick for my favorite, best, worst horror movie is something that most of you have never seen, but any of you that... I'm sorry, Liz. Any of you that like tits need to see this movie. This is called Blood Diner. Okay? This is about two guys who run a fucking random-ass roadside diner, and they happen to worship this woman called Sheeta, who is a god of death, and they are building her out of the corpses of women that they've killed. And pretty much everybody's already been naked. It's an 80s movie. Everybody's nude. And they're cutting off body parts and sewing together the body of their god. It is so fucking good. It's so fucking bad. It's so terrible. The death scenes are wonderfully gory. It's so comedic. You need to see it. If you've already seen it, I need to hear from you, because only me and my boy Matthew have ever seen this movie that I know of. So please,
I never heard of it.
If
Matthew
you're
Gates?
out there, yes, Matthew Gates. If you're out there, if you're out there, no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him.
Oh,
No!
that's the
It's
corona.
spreading.
It's spreading. The corona is spreading
It seriously
all
is.
over the
And it didn't
basement.
get on the phone, so we're good. If anybody out there has seen Blood
I'm
Diner,
sorry, you just
I
jumped
need
so
to
high,
know
you know.
about it. I need to hear from you. Hit us up, questions@peachbasement.com. As you can see, the show must go on. It doesn't matter what happens. It never matters what
Even if you
happens.
don't drink Corona.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Which I don't, thank God.
I couldn't find any napkins.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've had worse things spill on me. It's fine.
fucking
And
cast
honestly,
on this
most
shit
of it just
have
went
napkins
into
down
the
here. You know what
into
it
the
is? It's
notebook.
called towels and shirts.
It's fine.
The cast of this show has no fucking end.
Yeah,
I
well,
still
why
can't
don't you
fucking
just
find
search the guy's name and Supernatural in
Hey, look, his left
Google?
hand hurts. Yeah.
That would have made much more sense.
I'm gonna message
you
my
and your
friend
fucking
who has
logic.
an obsession with that show. She's probably not up, but I'm gonna.
Well, she'll get to it
What
too.
show?
Alistair! Thank you, Jason Agopian. Alistair! That was the demon's name.
And you
It's
get
fucking insane.
you get pork rinds as your.
No, he don't.
He does not. Everybody else wants to eat the pork
You
rinds.
went pork rinds.
All right. Real quick, before it's time to go,
If you
I
watch
want to
it-
shout out a
if you
couple
watch-
of comic books that are awesome. Horror books. We've got
Great.
Lovecraft P.I.
Look that
We've got
way.
A Shot in the Dark and The Curious Case of Reanimator. I kicked in on both of these Kickstarters because you know I'm a huge Lovecraft fan.
Pork rinds.
And the fact of the matter, like, these are awesome ass books. They basically take Lovecraftian horror and they reimagine them as if Lovecraft himself is a private investigator, like an old school gumshoe type of detective that gets called in to work the case. In the original, he's working a murder case that it's a typical whodunit in the midst of Innsmouth and the Order of Dagon, and you know who the fuck knows what's going on there. No spoilers for you. I'm not telling you who did it.
Ramon,
We're not
This is-
cold here, brother.
Ramon's homie says Liz is in my seat.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
And in The Curious Case of Reanimator, you have not only the Cult of Cthulhu, but also Herbert West Reanimator. You have Howard Lovecraft investigating murders in a swamp where there's this crazy cult of half fish
Why do I
people,
like you?
and they're worshiping Cthulhu, trying to bring him back. But there's also crazy ass murders, and there's zombies. being brought back from the dead by Herbert West, the Reanimator, and these all take place in this wonderful gumshoe, like Roger Rabbit style 1930s.
Nice.
It's really like Ed Banyan kind of detective stories.
Yeah.
It's really good. And if I can just like address one particular page of dialogue that I really feel addresses how this book comes together. Lovecraft, who is a detective, he's talking to the sheriff of the town. He's like, and Mr. Lovecraft, yeah, Chief, good luck chasing mice. It wasn't mice that had been the problem so far. It was all the rats in this town that were getting to me. After a full day of running around the country getting nothing but bogus stories and cooped up alibis, I decided it was time to check out the room the old man booked for me. Bed and breakfast, huh? Somehow I doubted they would serve my eggs the way they liked them, with a side of bourbon. So you've got that old school, like, James Cagney almost kind of dialogue. Huh? And it permeates through all of the books, so you've got that plus a really fantastic homage of old school Lovecraft stories. These are absolutely fantastic. You can order them on lovecraftpi.com. Go check those out. And absolutely drop the creator, David, just hit him up and let him know that the Basement Boys sent you. These are awesome books. If you're a Lovecraft fan, you're going to love these. Aside from that, we've got Blood and Dust from our boy Michael Martin. We've got the first and the second Blood and Dust Glennie Family Values. You can pick these up at bloodanddust.com. These are awesome vampire books. They're just so much fun. It's a vampire family living amongst themselves and, just how they get by. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but he winds up fighting this crazy-ass swamp thing. What do you got for us, Liz?
If I may.
Yes, of course. You always may.
I read American Vampire by Scott Snyder, Raphael Albuquerque, I believe, and Stephen King. Loved that.
Yes.
That was really great. Also about
If you like that, you're going to love this. I promise you.
I would love to check
it was
that out.
from American Vampire that I went to this, as a matter of fact.
Okay, good.
That's for Ramon.
And I don't often review manga books, but being a Lovecraft fan, I have been in search of artwork that I feel really captured the horror that H.P. Lovecraft put forth. And I found these mangas by I'm gonna just slaughter this guy's name.
Bring it, dude.
Gao Tanabe. These mangas are of the Mountains of Madness and The Hound and Other Stories. They're so wonderfully drawn. They're amazing. They're absolutely fucking amazing graphic novels. They have the Shoggoths how you want to see a Shoggoth. Or you don't want to see a Shoggoth.
Shit. Okay.
They have these creatures of Lovecraftian horror how you need to see them. This is what you want, and they are on Amazon right now. Go and get them. Gao Tanabe, you've got the Mountains of Madness, parts 1 and 2, and The Hound and Other Stories. I picked them both up.
Oh, no, they will on the edited version. There's going to be...
So good.
They're showing up on screen right now.
The detail in here on black and white, which is so old.
It's just, really, it's so, I need this on an 11 by 17 just to see the scale and the prestige of the artwork. Yeah, it's seriously. So good.
Definitely.
This shit is amazing.
So fucking good.
Also,
the level of detail.
Not a comic book, but still literature. I mean, that's a whole show we can get into. But I must say, World War Z was such an amazing book.
It really is great. It
such
really is.
Such an amazing book. Really, pick it up.
Written by Mel Brooks' son.
Right.
Can you believe that shit?
Really?
Yeah.
No
kidding. Max Brooks wrote that.
Brooks,
and I had the privilege of meeting him at a Comic-Con.
Oh shit, I never put the two together.
Yes.
I didn't either.
And I met him and I was like, yeah, this is really cool. And he was like, yeah, did you ever, do you know the guy who wrote it? I was like, nah, I know he's Mel Brooks' son. He's like, yeah, no, I met him, like, he's kind of a dick, like, you know, he thinks who he is and shit, and like, oh, I wrote the book and whatnot, and zombies and stuff, but, like, you know, it's a pretty decent book and everything, and I look, and when I finally look at the guy, and, like, you look at him, and I'm like, wait a minute, and, like, he looks just like his dad, and I kind of take a pause, and he's like, yeah. Yo, it was great because we have a picture with him at Comic-Con. Like, I don't know, I think it was from like 2016 or so. It was fucking awesome. It was just a great experience because he just totally led me into the whole shit like his father probably would have.
Oh, absolutely.
So fucking cool.
Absolutely.
Definitely check it out.
Apple don't fall far from that.
All right,
So what I want to know is what? The Spider-Man pops?
Do it again?
Yeah, we can do it again.
Do it again.
She explained it.
I
very
fucking
well.
love them. Yo, they're really good. They're really fucking good. Hit up Sharon's Chocolate Shop on Facebook. Showing up on screen for you right now.
Because he's...
Yo, they're really delicious.
Saron's Chocolate Shop.
Detail.
He
The
does
detail's really
mail
nice.
order. He will happily fucking hook you up. Tell him the Basement Boys sent you.
Delicious.
They're so fucking good. They're really good. It's a good ass lollipop.
Of gravity.
What were your favorite horror movies?
Right.
I want to know. We all want to know. What were your favorite death scenes?
Yeah.
What did you think of our favorite death scenes?
Yeah.
Hit us up. Questions at
Are we wrong?
peachbasement.com.
Are we right?
Facebook.com/Peach
pretty good, right?
Instagram. What? You're interrupting the fucking ending? What?
I haven't been, I wasn't there for the beginning, so.
Make
What?
Make sure you go
We're
to.
always right.
Make sure you go to represent.com. We give many.
I've taught
It's a
Greg
joke.
so well.
Keep
Keep going.
That's why I woke him the fuck
Check out
up.
the Peace Basement
He's good.
the 13th t-shirt, as well as Breaking Our News t-shirts and hoodies, so on and so forth, as many other extravagant things. If you dare, which you should, Lee's Art has many glasses for your du jour.
Look at them. They're awesome. You know you want them.
It doesn't get better than this.
Like motherfucker, 50 Shades of Yes.
50 Shades of Yes, indeed. I'm
And
just
I'll
gonna finish this
colorblind
out.
it.
Yeah.
So that also
Well, there's Kill Begging for you.
True.
Should have drank faster.
also you have to.
Did y'all have a good time tonight?
I hope everybody
I'm
had a
pretty
good
sure
time tonight.
Listen,
Did you have-
I have to do the ending, otherwise I'm
Yes.
gonna fucking like Twitch. I have to do it. Like,
Follow us on
I know y'all
Facebook,
fell asleep
Twitter,
for the past 15
Instagram.
minutes. It's okay.
Peace Basement, Breaking Our News, Lee's Art. Follow us all. We appreciate you. We support you. And go.
he's really getting really good at that. I honestly like.
just
I love
woke
it.
up.
I love it. He's getting so good at it.
You're welcome for us playing the drinking game. You're
It's
welcome.
my first time here.
I want to know what you thought of our top 5 lists, top 10 lists, whatever they were. What are your favorite death scenes? What are your favorite horror movies? What are your favorite really stupid fucking horror movies that we should see? Anyway, hit us up.
I forgot
Questions
one.
at peachbasement.com,
No, you fell asleep. You don't get to say
Facebook.com/peachbasement. I hate you all. What now? Fuck.
I forgot Joyride. I
He
forgot
beats me.
Joyride.
Joyride? What the fuck
got-
is Joyride?
And also,
he beats
thank
Oh!
He did.
Joyride's with
thank you
the
to whoever
the
found out
the
that
tractor
movie
trailer
was
guy.
gone.
Yeah, and Paul Walker.
Yeah,
forgot about Joyride.
that shit was fire,
I
yo.
forgot about Joyride. My
Joyride
bad.
was
Wait, is
fucked
that
up.
like the fucking Sean Bean, the remake of The Hitcher, where he fucking tied the girl
Yes,
to the
it
fucking...
is.
You're saying that Wiz Khalifa song too
I want
much.
fucking pork rinds. I need you to stop.
This poor girl. She just wants fucking pork rinds, for God's sakes.
Yo, we'll
Rhymes.
split that bag, Liz. You and me.
And not for nothing,
Split the
the
motherfucker. There's 4 bags there.
Rutger Hauer movie of The Hitcher
I
was
eat
so
2
much
bags.
worse
Y'all
because
motherfuckers ain't
you
eating no
all,
bags.
everybody thought the girl was going to survive because final girl. That's the way shit goes. That's the rule of the horror movie, final girl. And the final girl is tied to the fucking back of the trailer with the fucking hitch to the tractor, and he hits the gas pedal. Fuck! Nobody saw that coming. Nobody. We're not even talking about the Sean Bean remake.
That's
It was decent, but I
not
don't.
the coronavirus.
They didn't show the death scene last time. I don't know if they needed to show it this time. Whatever. All right. Ending of the show. What did you think of all of our death scenes? Did you like them? What did you think of the horror movies? Do you have a top 5 horror movies? We
What
want to
about
hear
each
from you.
t-shirt? Buy a
What
t-shirt.
about the fucking crazy ass terrible movies.
What was worse than glitter?
Tell us what's worse than glitter. Tell us what's worse than what we mentioned. We want to hear from you.
Spice World.
Questions at peachbasement.com
It made sense.
Facebook.com/peachbasement,
Mass
Instagram,
on,
Twitter,
mass on.
etc. at peachbasement.
Mass on,
I'm
mass
going to
on.
kill fucking all of you. Every fucking last one of you to my right. It's just the way it goes.
Fuck you, I ain't saying shit.
I'm just
Red,
you're guilty
La
by
Blanca
association.
Slaca. Come on,
Nah,
let's go.
he's quiet.
He's
Nah,
not.
he ain't even. Nah.
Lazy.
Nope.
Lazy.
Nope.
Out of here.
Nope. He's
I
done.
hate you both.
Sesame Street's conspiracy. Sorry.
Do you want to get a cool ass fucking Pete's Basement 13th season t-shirt?
I
Head
do.
over to represent.com/store/Pete's
Give me one.
Basement. You can find it on the store. You can also
$30.
find it on represent.com/PB 13th. Yes.
He's only
Send
got
us a
one.
photo of you rocking Pete's Basement gear, rocking Breaking Nerd News gear, rocking
$30.
Zen Rockstar gear, and we will show you off in a future episode. That's the way it goes. That's the rule. We love having you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It has been a great
Happy Friday
episode.
the 13th,
We're nice
everybody.
and drunk.
Happy Friday the 13th, everybody.
I hate every one of you
It's Saturday
except
the
for you
14th. Shout out to
two.
Richard Benjamin. Saturday the 14th.
Saturday the
is
14th,
Pi Day,
indeed.
by the way, 3.14.
Happy 314.
It's Pi Day.
Pi Day 314.
So
Holla.
much great. Come on, Red.
Hello, Signal.
And we will see you in a few weeks. We're taking a couple weeks off. I need some time to get fucking this life going. Fucking hell. I need some time away from
so
editing.
sorry.
We're gonna take a little break.
Liz, I'm
2
so
weeks.
sorry.
We will see you in the middle of fucking April. And hopefully the coronavirus hasn't killed half of you by then. Like, really. We wish you all the best of luck. Martial law's coming. Fucking sharpen your blades.
Drink the
Strap
Corona.
up.
Drink the Corona.
What about
Drink the
fucking
Corona.
others?
Drink the Corona.
We're gonna get fucking swords. Time to get swords. Time to get time to kill people.
Take your sword.
It's time to kill people with toilet paper.
Stars?
I'm gonna take a katana home. I'm not.
But I got spears, man. I'm gonna kill motherfuckers at a distance.
I felt triggered when you said that. I'm sorry.
Pikes.
I'm
What?
not
I'm
gonna lie.
not gonna kill you.
All y'all three, I'm not like all three. Over 5'5" are very confident about what's
That's
happening
like
right now.
they're tall. They're tall.
By y'all three. I'm
We're
sorry.
very
I'm the
confident.
short one.
You're 5'6". It's okay. I see you.
5'5".
All right,
5'6".
we're fucking done.
Well, then you should take 5'6". What I told
Solid.
you.
We're done.
Guys, good
Jazz
show.
Christ.
Salud.
We love y'all.
Jesus
Thank you
Christ,
so much.
indeed. We love you guys.
All right, somebody
So
go
good.
and turn that shit off.
I don't know how to.
Pete's Basement is copyrighted 2020. Ripped Productions. All rights reserved. So go fuck yourself. I think everybody's here, so we might as well start the show. Ready?
Yeah, clap it in. Fuck it.
Oh, wait. Let me... I gotta show you.
Oh,
I've gotten kind of good at it, I think. You ready? You ready? Now that I've blown it up, I'm gonna fuck up.
yes, you are.
Wait. Mask.
Oh.
Not bad. Come on, man. I'm
liked it.
I'm trying.
Semantics. Yeah, there you go.
Come on, Future.
Mask off. Fucking mask off.
Thank you so much.
Oh, shout out to everybody
breathe in
making
that thing,
the future
I'm
memes
sure.
on Twitter. Everyone is making the future memes. Thank you so much. They're like the greatest things ever during this coronavirus shit.
Oh my God.
Like I'm in tears over them. Thank you so much. Thank you. By all means, sir.